Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, TT. Good morning, James. Good morning, Gamecock Jenny. I'm telling you, I don't know who done told the devil that he could leave the heat on like that, but yeah, we need to go. Somebody need to go down there and tell him, turn it down just a little bit. Like it's hot as hell for real. Um, it summer just started too. Like we ain't even like we just a few days into summer, like a few days into summer, and I'm like, you just decided to crank it up the moment it started, huh? You was just like Mr. Summer was like, mm-hmm. Y'all missed me, didn't you? I'm gonna go over here and turn up this heat. Watch, watch, watch. I got control of it now. I got the control of the central air and central heat now. He went over there to that box and he went hee and he flipped that bitch up and he said, "Let me throw in some of this humidity for y'all down south. Let me throw in some of this humidity. Y'all go. I'm gonna really fuck it up for y'all. I'm gonna mess y'all up, bro. I'm gonna make y'all feel like like you in hell for real. Like he's in there playing too much. He playing too much. I told him stop playing so much. He played too many games. Mm-mm. He be playing way too much, y'all. Mm-mm. Told him to sit his little ass down somewhere. He do too much. He be playing. Um, but no shit. Yeah, tomorrow I have to have that tooth pulled, and that's gonna be a bitch, especially in the heat. Y'all ever had a tooth pulled in the heat? That's some bitch ass stuff to have some dental work done during the heat, because you know that shit already makes you queasy at your stomach. It already makes you queasy as hell. Oh, and babe, you know we were talking about going to that deli for breakfast sandwiches or whatnot. I may have to bring my toothbrush with me because I got to brush my teeth after I eat before I go to the dentist or while I'm in the dentist bathroom or whatever. Brush my teeth, wash my mouth out, whatever. Um, they said I could eat before the procedure. They said I could eat before the procedure. So maybe we go get breakfast sandwiches before the procedure because I'm not going to be able to eat after the procedure. I had to have soft foods for like 2 days after that. So maybe that'll be a good time to try those breakfast sandwiches. And I'll bring my toothbrush and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So maybe we'll go do that. Yeah, that'd be good. Hey, Miss Linda. So maybe yeah, because I won't be able to eat after it. Because that's a straight up jaw tooth. And I won't be able to eat for 24 hours. And then after, well, I could eat soft foods for 24 hours, but after that, for a day after that, I still have to do soft foods. So the very next day, I might have to get some pudding packs or some shit. Cause I ain't gonna be able to eat no hard foods because of the thing or whatnot. So I just realized while everybody's eating fish, Mama's making my favorite meal on Wednesday. I can't eat it. Ain't that some bullshit? My mama gonna be frying me some fish Wednesday, but because I got a tooth coming out, I'm not gonna be able to eat the fried catfish. Ain't that some bullshit? Ain't that some bullshit? I'm probably gonna get me some ice cream, Miss Linda. I'm not huge on flavors like sherbet. Sherbet's okay. I'm just not huge on it. Now my husband loves sherbet and Jello. I'm just not huge on flavored things. I never really have been. I think the only thing I really like in flavors is like Sour Patch Kids or Starburst, or Skittles or stuff like that. Um, but yeah, no, because Daddy got to go to the doctor, so I think she's doing salads today. He does some bullshit. Cause it takes a while to fry some catfish and to make all the sides and stuff. So she doing that Wednesday. So y'all be able to eat it. You'll be able to eat it, babe. You'll be able to eat it. I won't be able to. I won't be able to eat it. Cause she ain't gonna make it early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Before my procedure. Ain't that some shit? Y'all know I love fried catfish. Fried catfish is so good. But I won't be able to eat it anyway. So, I'm not gonna be like, yeah. That kind of sucks though. Good morning though, Miss Linda. Did I say that? I'm hoping I said that. I hope I wasn't no um, you know, what do you call it, rude bitch. Um, but um so that tooth, that tooth gotta go. He said I could get a crown for it. It's not like It's not like I got a lot of decay or anything like that. But I'm just putting off the inedible inedible, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. I'm half asleep this morning, y'all. By having a root canal done and then having a cap put on. I'm just putting off the inedible. Might as well just go have it out. You know what I'm saying? So that you don't have to worry about it. Because as we age, that's one thing we all lose is our teeth. Right? We can keep them up to a certain point, but as we age, that's something we're going to lose. Right? This will be my first permanent tooth being pulled. I've had some drilling done. I've had clear caps. I've had my teeth drilled down because my teeth were too sharp at one time. I had vampire teeth, so they had to drill them down before. I've had the what's that stuff called where like if you're it's like this, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like this thing that they put on your teeth and then they file it down. It's like if you've brushed away your enamel. And they basically told me when I was little, I was brushing too much. I didn't know that you could brush too much. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm going to be praying, Miss Linda. Yeah, tell him to get a lot of soft things. Ice cream is going to be his best friend because of the cold or the sherbet. It's going to be his best friend during this time. Yeah, it was like this purple stuff, and then they put this light over it. It was this light that they put over it, and they let it harden, and then they drilled it down. I think it was because they said that I had brushed all my enamel off my teeth. I've had the fluoride treatment. It wasn't the fluoride treatment. It was some kind of like capping system or something that lasts for a very long time. I forget what it's called, but yeah, I've had the fluoride. The fluoride, they usually use that pink stuff and stuff like that. But they did this thing where they put this like purplish. It was like it wasn't like purple, like bright. It was like clear, but it had like this purplish tint to it. And then they let that sit with a light on it and let it cure. And then they came in and they filed it and whatnot. I had the same thing, Miss Linda. What I had a problem was I was sick when well, that's what they were saying in chat. I didn't say that until somebody said that in chat. So go back and check, Eric, and look that it was said in chat before I even found it. I asked again. I questioned that. So you can go back and look at that. I said, what the fuck you mean? Yo, Aaron girl's the one that called him the R word. You need to get her ass for saying that shit. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. But no, actually, that was said in chat before I even questioned. I said, what you mean he handicapped? I said, is he really handicapped? Somebody said, yeah. I don't know who actually said that and spread that. Now, that's the question today. I'm not the one that spread that, though. So if that's being told to you, it ain't me. I'm the one that asked that question, though, in chat. That's some bullshit, Eric, if he is. I ain't going to sugarcoat shit for you. I will say you need to stop being a man-ho, though. I'm going to tell you to your face. Tell them bitches where they stand. Don't play no games with them. Don't say, yeah, well, because women can't read those signals. They can't read your mind just like you can't read theirs. You don't know what's going on. Have that full conversation with them. Like, hey, just to let you know, I'm just playing with you. This is sexting to me. This is fun for me. I don't want no relationship with you. Even if we fuck, that's all it's ever going to be. You know what I'm saying? Tell the bitches what you really feel. No, I'm saying like when you texting them and shit. Because I got a friend. I'm going to tell you something. I got a friend who had the same problem. And I'm going to tell you, you got to be like from the get-go, from the jump. When you playing these And he's had the same issue. He's had the same issue where it caused a lot of drama and a lot of shit for him. You got to be like, hey, look, this is all it's ever going to be. Don't think it's going to turn into something else. It's not. This is all it's ever going to be. We talking on the phone. That's all it's ever going to be. I ain't never going to meet up with you. I ain't never going to have sex with you. We just playing. And if you don't like that, then don't play with me. That's what I told my friend to do, and it worked for him. And all the hoes still come to him. They do. They still want to play with him, but he keeps it 100 from the jump, so they know that he's just sexting because he's lonely, because he's got, he ain't with nobody. You know what I'm saying? First off, Eric Foss, don't make me cuss you the fuck out. I been ain't nothing but nice. I asked questions in chats about what was going on. You coming over here starting shit just to be starting shit so you can have a fucking show? Secondly, you the one that let him threaten me on that channel and didn't say shit. Just let it happen. Let it happen. And then claimed it was my motherfucking fault. Nah, you can get your ass up out of this bitch. That's what the fuck you can do. Because I ain't been nothing but nice to your ass. No matter what you said and been smart ass to me. I ain't never been smart ass to you. I asked a question in motherfucking chat. Somebody else started that. What part of that don't you understand? Somebody in chat said that he was special needs. I asked if he was special needs. And if he is special needs, that's fucked up. You don't attack special needs people. Point blank, period. Because they ain't on the same wavelength as you. That's what I'm saying, Miss Linda. You don't put that shit on motherfucking YouTube if you don't want that shit talked about. Don't sleep where you stay. Don't fuck with your moderators. Don't be having sexual talks with your fucking moderators. If you don't want this shit to go down and pop out on the YouTube streets. Don't shit where you lay. You ever heard that saying? I know you have. Because you from the same place I am. Don't make me go hood. Because unlike you, you may have been in jail. I ain't never been in jail. They ain't never caught my ass. Motherfucker, if you had been in chat, why the fuck you come over here trying to attack me? That's my question for you. Why are you trying to attack me? When that shit was said by somebody else. I'm asking questions. And if he is special needs, I'm not wrong for thinking that's fucking wrong. Now, am I? You would think the same thing. If I had went over to somebody's house and pulled up and did the same thing you did, what the fuck would you say to me if you saw me and you thought I had attacked a special needs person? The same damn thing. Don't fucking lie. You'd be like, that's wrong as fuck. Let's go back up here and reread. Let's go from the top. Okay. Just to let you know, you jumped the gun on me. That guy is not handicapped or nothing. He was younger than me. Okay, so then I told him, somebody else said in the chat, so I asked, was it really real? Was the dude really handicapped? And somebody said yes. I don't care what she called him. Their bitch, Michelle, was talking about her daughter, her dead brother, and her being breast cancer survivor. I didn't even have sex with her. That was some fatal attraction crazy shit. I mean, I'm not worried about it. Nobody watches you guys anyway, but get your facts straight. If nobody watches, why are you worried? The thing is, why, when we trying to get the story straight, the story, right? It started from yo shit to her shit to yo shit to yo shit, right? Y'all all deleted fucking lives. Specifically say that shit. That you're not going to be able to get the full story because people deleted lives. There are some lives still up. This is where you can go catch up on the shit that you could see. You did jump the gun with me when you first met me because you didn't know me. And you believed everything JT said to you about me. That I came at him out of nowhere. No, that's not true. I'm going to say this. The only thing that I ever said that you did wrong and all y'all did wrong is y'all should have kept that shit on the internet, because it could have wound up like that situation that happened in Vegas. This shit ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, Eric, to go back to prison over some bullshit. Tell me it's worth it. Was it worth it? If you were to go back, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? Tell me this internet drama is worth you going back to prison over. It's not. You know it's not. It's not worth it. This shit ain't worth it. It's words on the motherfucking internet. It ain't worth it. What you should have did, and I'm going to tell you what you should have did, and you would have cleared your name. Wait till y'all chill, got y'all's little situation to deal with, and then come on this bitch and show the text message receipts that you never led her on, right? And clear that shit up. Clear that shit up. It ain't worth you going back to prison over. This YouTube shit ain't worth it. It'll never be worth it. And I'm sorry, a lot of people do not like your girl, Erin, and I'm going to tell you why they don't like her. Because in that video, what we saw with our own eyes, it ain't people not liking you, Eric. It's people not really liking Erin, because when you had that dude down, the way she got up in his face and was going to act like she was going to kick him while he was down, that's why a lot of people ain't going to like her. I'm just going to tell you that. I never thought she was a drug addict. I heard what Michelle said. I don't know her past. I don't know what that girl been through. And I'm not going to speak on that. Never did. I don't know what's going on between her and Michelle and what they passed is how long they've known each other. What we talk about is what we see with our own eyes. Now, something was wrong with your right eye. I saw something on a film on your right eye, and I said that the other day. There was some kind of film on your right eye. That's true, Gamecock Jenny. All it takes is one person that will take it personal. Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the dude dug in you. I don't know what happened to your eye. I said there was a film on it. If you go back and look at your live, you had some kind of white spot on your eye. Go back and look at it would be your left, my right. Like if you're looking at the screen, look on the right side and look at your eye. There was something in your eye, bro, and you need to go get that checked out before you lose your eyesight. There is something in your right eye. I don't know what it is, but it's like a discoloration, like a white spot or something. You need to get that shit checked out before you lose your eyesight, because that ain't gonna be cool. Do you wear contacts? I asked that question because that might have been a contact thing. I'm not sure. If you would like to tell your side of the whole story, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? I think what you need to do if you want to prove a point is record, of course, skip over where y'all send each other dirty pictures. Nobody wants to see that. Blur that shit out, right? But like, prove the point of that you have told Michelle point blank period that y'all would never be nothing. That it was just you was just talking. That's the text message you need to show right there. The one that you said, hey, I don't want to be with you like that. I'm a single man. I just want to play. You know what I mean? My friend, he went through the same damn thing. I'm telling you, you got to make sure that you don't play around. Even if you think you're brushing somebody off and they can get the picture, sometimes people don't get the picture. They don't. You got to tell them point blank period. I mean, to like a degree, because people don't read between the lines. They ain't good at that shit. I told my friend when he was dealing with these women to make sure he told them point blank period that that's all it will ever be. All they ever gonna be is texting. That's it. You got to make it so clear there can't be no misconceptions. That it will never turn anything. Don't get your hopes up. You know what I'm saying? Don't do none of that. You ain't like, you know what I'm saying? I understand when you're playing the game and y'all talking and all this stuff. You do the cutesy stuff, but no. See, I didn't see the doxing. A lot of us didn't. A lot of us did not see that shit. I understand. But it was also stated that it was going back and forth. It was between the two women. They was fighting each other all morning long, talking shit about each other to each other. Let the two women handle their business if they want to handle their business. But pulling up, you know that can end the wrong way. You know that, and it ain't worth going to jail over. Is it really worth going to jail over? Really? Is it really catching that charge? Is it worth it to you? Let me ask that question. Because that's a question you got to ask yourself before you do something. You don't think I didn't want to go down there and beat the shit out of that person who said that about my son? Who bothered my child? Who called CPS on me? Yes, the threat that he made to you on your platform, he did do. You don't think I wanted to do that? But I was smart enough to know he's not worth it. He's not worth it. I got a life. I got family. I got people who depend on me that I got to take care of. Sometimes they are not worth it. Like, it is not worth it. It is not worth losing your freedom. It is not worth losing your possible life. It's not worth going to jail over. It'll never be worth it. You got too much to lose and too much to stand on. You got to think about these things before you step out. Yes, I understand when you're pissed the fuck off. I get that. But it's not worth it. Because somebody's talking shit. Talk shit back. Expose the truth. That's the way you do it. You record those if you had a chance. You screen record those lives before. Well, she could have used your platform, right? She could have used your platform to clear her name. You know what I'm saying? And you could have cleared yours. Right? And most of us have no idea what happened on Facebook. We heard one of the lives was on Facebook. I don't know. But y'all all from the general area, right? Same general area. Like, it's kind of like that situation where you know people by association or some shit like that. Like, you may not know them, like you ain't besties, no shit like that. It's just small town USA, so everybody know everybody business, or everybody knows some bullshit, or heard some rumors or stories or whatever. Now here's the thing, Eric. I could really understand you going to beat a motherfucker's ass for your mama. I could understand that. But for a woman that you fucking, nah. Two women that you messing around with and playing with, nah. But your mama, yeah. Well, here's the thing. And what Erin should have did was showed the first message on her Facebook profile. Like, of course, take out her name and her picture so people can't go dox her, right? And you could do that when you take a screenshot. You can exit out somebody's name. And if Erin wanted to, I could have did that for her, or somebody could have did that for her. She could have reached out to somebody, right? Exit out the name so nobody could see her real name, stuff like that. But show who was the first one to message, and it shows then who bothered who. You know how to do it, Eric. You've seen it done. You know how to clear that shit up. You've been a part of this YouTube shit though. You know. See, I'm gonna tell you something you don't know. One of my very good friends had a lot of that shit happen. There are people calling her jobs, getting her fired, people following her kids around, showing up to her house, and she did a little thing at IHOP. She went there with this one person, another person showed up all up in her face talking shit. Well, she beat her ass in the parking lot. Guess what she got? She got in trouble. She had never been in trouble a day in her life, did not have a record, and she got on 2 years probation for that shit, 4 days in jail. You know what I'm saying? And well, I think it was a little more than 4 days, but I think it might have been just 4 days. I myself have not talked about her child, will not talk about her child. I don't talk about people's kids. I never would do that shit. I would never do that shit. That's not cool. You don't do that. No. And you ain't heard me speak about none of it. I've spoke only about what I've saw from lives. That's it. That is all. I didn't talk about you dancing in the bar or the restaurant. Never did. Have fun. Shit. Did you see me talk about that? Nope. I sing karaoke too. Shit. Have fun. Go have fun. Go touch grass. Get the fuck off this YouTube sometimes. I never spoke about that. The only thing I've ever said is that you should have never did that pull-up shit because that shit could get dangerous. Because we just saw what happened in Vegas. Those 2 YouTubers got unalived by old dude. Straight up. That's the shit that could get you fucked up in real life. And sometimes it ain't worth it for this YouTube shit. It really ain't. You come back and you clear it up with words. You clear it up with receipts. You show who was fucking with who and what's going on. She could have used your platform, Eric. She could have came up there and y'all could have did the uploads on the present screen and all that shit. I didn't like it, but I also didn't go to their house. I didn't do that. I took care of it my way. See, that's the thing. Even if you don't like something, don't mean you got to go stoop that low. Don't mean you got to go do that. You come back with receipts. You know what I'm saying? You come back with like, since you want to say this, I'm gonna show you this. Since you want to do this, I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna let the truth go, and I'm gonna tell the truth. And if you don't like it, oh well. I didn't go do those things. Don't think I didn't want to, because sometimes you can want to do something, but you know better. You know better. Good morning, Miss Beth Beauty. Good morning. How you doing, Mr. Buster? I have things to lose, Mr. Eric, and it's not worth it to me to go pull up somebody's house knowing I could be unalived, knowing that my child who needs me, in my family who needs me, right? I'm not going to be doing all that because it's not worth it to me. I'm married, so I don't have a problem with those things. I get laid every time I want to get laid, anytime. It don't matter what time of the day. But Yeah, even when I was single, I could get laid anytime I wanted to. It's not that hard for women. But I will say that, you know, the it's not worth it to me to do those pull-ups. It's not worth it, um, to go do those things because that could ruin your life. I don't want to lose my freedom and my life over some bullshit that happens on YouTube. It's not worth it to me. It isn't. It really isn't. I show my proof and come back with my proof and my receipts. That's the way you handle it. And sometimes, yes, we let anger get the best of us. That is true. I get that. But sometimes you got to know with age. And here's the thing, I'm only 37 years old. A lot of y'all are way older than me, right? And you know better than this shit. You know better. You're 20 years my senior. You know what I'm saying? I got two years before I hit 40, so at least 10 to 11 years my senior. Can I ask you this, Mr. Eric? Did she show you all the Facebook messages and let you read them from start to finish? That's my question. Because here's the thing, you don't know what they've been saying really truly to each other fully unless you seen it yourself for your own eyes. You're not old, Miss Beth. No, no. No, you're young. You're 29.99 plus tax. Well, see, here's the thing. You don't know then what they've been saying to each other. And you're taking up, I know you like her, but you're taking up when it could be something total different that you ain't seen. You know what I'm saying? There could be some things that you ain't seen and you don't know how far it went in them DMs unless you saw it yourself. Don't always be blindly trusting folks. Let me say that to you. Don't always blindly trust just because the coochie good. Don't do it. Don't do it. They'll get you in a trick bag. Hey, Jessica Lynn. Hey, Dr. Creole Butterfly. My sister from another mister, my church lady. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Catherine. Y'all coming on in? Coming on in? So y'all actually been dating on and off for 3 years, or just playing like friends with benefits type situation for 3 years? Oh, y'all actually lived together before. So y'all been together. So y'all got a personal relationship like that. Here's my thing. Why don't you then, if you want to clear up some of this shit and all the misconceptions and all that shit, right? Um, do an interview with Aaron. Like you know, some of the lies that have been said that she wants to clear up, you know what I'm saying? Like bring them out. People gonna make up their own minds. You already know this. Some people gonna have they standing no matter what you say. And then some people you can change their mind with your shit. Well, I will say this shit'll be over with if you leave it be within a few days, and the next storyline will come up. Hey, Miss Barbara. Yeah, it probably did. YouTube likes to be hateful sometimes. YouTube be taking out comments. YouTube be taking out comments. I ain't talking about for me. I'm talking about for your audience. You ain't got to be worried about how many people I got in my chat. I got quantity. I got quality over quantity. I'm a brand new channel. Do you not realize that? I literally just started my channel like 7, 6, 8 months ago, if that. Even though my channel's been here for a minute, I never did content create. I literally just started not too long ago. I'm not a channel that's been here for a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. Pretty much. Oh, wait. So she attacked Miss Betty? I have no idea why y'all attacking each other over a man. A man ain't worth it. I'm sorry, Mr. Eric, but you would not be worth it to me to be over here fighting on YouTube and acting all crazy. You wouldn't be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for saying it the truth. But you wouldn't be worried about me going crazy like that. You wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. Mm-mm. Ain't no man worth that to me going crazy on YouTube over. I'm sorry. Ain't no D worth it to me. I'd tell somebody they could have you. If they want you, they can have you. I'm done. Bye. That's what I would say. That's just me. I truly would not fight over a man on YouTube. I'm sorry. Nah. I'd peace out. I'd peace out. You can have it. You win. That's what I would say. You win. You can have it. I'm good. So the dude's not handicapped whatsoever. Because that's what was said in chat. I ain't the one that said that. Somebody else did. If you had read the chat in the link. And I specifically asked that question. I was like, wait, he's handicapped? Because I didn't know that. I never reported that because I had no idea about that. That was said yesterday at Watch's house. Somebody said that in chat. That is true, Miss Beth. I'm going to say that right now. I would not be doing that. That's what I would say. I'd be like, I would be moving on from this situation because if you keep it going, it's going to get worse. People are going to make up all kind of crazy shit about it and all this stuff. But if you let it go, and here's the thing, I've learned this from the beef sector. Let me explain something. Storylines come and go on YouTube. They do. They come and go. Within a week, everybody will forget about this storyline. Within a week, it'll be gone. If you ignore it yourself, it'll be gone within a week. It's not going to keep on going unless you keep it going. I've seen this happen in many different sectors of YouTube. It only continues to go if you continue to keep it going. Well, first off, I didn't say you beat up a handicapped person or an old woman. Thank you very much. So I don't know who you get me mixed up with in chat. I did ask if the person was handicapped. So, oh shit, that's fucked up. And I did say that fucked up. And it would be fucked up if the person is handicapped. Now tell me I'm wrong if that's true. I'm not. And you know I'm not. If that was a truth, that would be fucked up. I don't know that dude to know if he's handicapped or not. You know him. I don't know them people like that. And did I say I believed it? No, I don't believe none of this shit. Because I'm going to tell you something. This is YouTube. When I turn this shit off, I'm not even going to be thinking about this storyline tomorrow. I wasn't even going to make this entire literal show about nothing that you went through yesterday because that's over with me. Right? That's over with for me. That happened. It's over with. That happened Saturday, whatever, Friday, the weekend. It talked about yesterday. It's over with. There's a new storyline. Brand new storyline. It's not that damn serious, bro. That's your personal life. Y'all take that shit up with yourselves. No, see, here's the thing. I have done fucked up shit. And I admit when I do fucked up shit. I stand in my ish. Always have, always will. Always have, always will. I'm not saying I've never made a mistake in my life. Some people don't do that. But everybody should stand in their ish when they do something. If you do something up, be like, yo, you know what, man? I was wrong for that shit. But guess what? I learned my motherfucking lesson. I ain't gonna do that shit again, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there are people who have said that shit. And those same people catch hell for that shit. Those same people get their ass talked about when they do that shit. And trust me, if I literally saw somebody say that shit, I'm going to give them hell for that shit. If I see it, here's the thing. We don't see every single thing that happens on YouTube. You want to know why? There are thousands of content creators on here. Now, I will say sending out somebody's oods is not cool. Nah. That's true, Miss Beth. Nobody knows what they would do unless they were in that person's shoes. That's also true. There's always the old adage, two things can be true at the same time. There's a lot of old adages that are true. No, I will say, Mr. Eric, people going to talk about it if it's on the internet. They're going to talk about it. But here, I'm going to tell you something that you could do if you're smart about a situation. You capitalize off of it. Don't be no fool. You go live and do something total different, fuck it up. That's what I would do. I'm just saying. I wouldn't even be talking about the situation. I'd go live, be talking about my dog. Be talking about how my dog learned a new trick. People be there for all the drama and you don't even do drama. I talk about everybody who does something fucked up. Just like I was talking about the other day, how fucking people were making fun of Miss Angela's special needs brother. That's fucked up. Talking about Miss Maureen's child that passed away. That's fucked up. All those things are fucked up when anybody does it. Just like with the Lee Cole situation. Anybody make fun of his cancer, that's fucked up, even if he's done some fucked up shit. I don't do those things. And see, that's another thing. I'm going to tell you this. I would be very careful messing around with anybody on the internet and anybody that's in your chat or a moderator for you or anything, because this should be a learning lesson. Eric, don't play around with your moderators. See what happens. And especially if you live close by with each other, see what happens. I'm not. See, here's the thing, Eric. You keep thinking I'm from that sector fully. No. You realize I just literally started content creating less than a year ago. It's only been 6 or 7 months for me, 8 months at the most. I'm not even from that sector. I am from literally the beef sector. You can have moderators. What you need to do is make sure you keep it professional. Keep it professional. I don't run a drama show like that. I may talk about what I see on YouTube occasionally, but most of my content is based around mental health. It's based around true crime. It's based around mysteries. If you actually watched my channel most of the time, sometimes subjects come up because this shit blows up. because he came into my sector, fucking with my friends. And I was curious about who this motherfucker was. He started coming into my place. I was warning. I know you're just asking. I was warning my people not to let him up on their platform because this was not a good person. He was messing with one of my friends. He doxed one of my friends. He was messing with her and would not leave her calm, calling her all kinds of black bees and all kind of stuff. He was saying all kinds of racist rhetoric to gentlemen that I've known for years who ain't did nothing but been good men. Good men. He came in attacking people from over here. I wouldn't know who he was. I would have never looked him up. I would never spoke on him. I would have never had an opinion about that situation. He came after my friend Just Blaze. He came over here and came after my friend Noble, Mr. William Carruthers. He said some very untoward things to my friend MU. Hey, Muffy Boo. I would have never looked into that situation whatsoever or even paid attention because I was not over there with him. Never been over there with him. Never been a supporter of his. Never been over there. Most of my morning shows are just us chilling and talking. Usually talking about puppy dogs. That's usually what it's about. I don't really do the drama like that too much. But when crazy shit goes down, I'd be like, what the fuck just happened here? Why are these people doing all this shit? Or food. Yeah, Miss Raditha, we do talk a lot about food. Because, you know, we love food over here. Cake and cooking. And I'm still sad about tomorrow's fried catfish. I ain't going to be able to eat it. And I'm going to cry. Because y'all know I love my fried catfish. But yeah, I never was heavy into that. So yeah, I ain't been with that shit for 3 years. I just met all these beautiful people because of it, and I'm super grateful that I did meet some amazing people. I did do that. That's how I found the mob genre. That's how I found people that I think are amazing people. I was over here in my own little corner. I've only spoke about that person for about 2 weeks, if that, when they attacked me. Yeah, I gave the victims a voice. I did a live where I said victims speak out. That's why he attacked me. So you're saying it's all my fault because I was actually nice to people and let people tell their side of the story so they could actually have a voice because they're not content creators. They're not content creators. Now, I'm not saying I don't occasionally cover drama because I do. You know what I'm saying? I occasionally cover drama. It happens. Drama happens on the YouTube streets. I was just talking about my sector yesterday or day for yesterday. We had some stuff go down in our sector. You know, I'm from the beef sector. I was talking about beef sector issues the other day and Mo 3 topics in the black sector. Hey, Mr. Carruthers. Hey, Just My Thoughts. How you doing this morning? Hey, Mr. Field. Did I say hey to you? I am. I'm super glad I met a lot of y'all because I think y'all are amazing people. Um, I literally met a lot of y'all just because of a situation. Hey, Muffy Boo. I will say that. Now, I'm going to say that everybody should change and grow and learn from mistakes or past events. And don't stay and pigeonhole yourself in one like one drama or one thing. Like I was talking about the Diddy trial the other day, which they're fixing to wrap up the Diddy trial, speaking of which. And so we're gonna get to find out if he gets got or not. And then Karen Reed, she got found not guilty on the charge of murder, and she got found guilty on the charge of DUI. And with the Iran and Israel thing we were talking about the other day, they Israel and Iran have agreed to a ceasefire. So hopefully, well, I'm hoping you find you a new hot chick and possibly get out of the drama shit. Go find you a hot chick on the boardwalk, okay? And get out the drama shit. Go chase some tails. Shit, have some fun. You young, well, you know, mid age, and you single. Go live it up with some new hot chicks. Maybe that'll get your ass out to drama. Maybe stop sticking your dick in crazy. That's all I gotta say, or trying to. I told that to my friend, y'all. I told that to my friend. I told him my friend, he a man hoe. I love him to death. Don't get me wrong. He's a man hoe though. I told him stop sticking his dick in crazy. He always sticking his dick in crazy. You gotta watch some crazy bitches. They'll fuck your life up. They may be good in the bedroom, but they'll fuck your life up. You gotta watch them hoes. They'll put you in a trick bag. Because these hoes ain't loyal. Okay. Sorry. That went to something total different. Oh, and wrap it before you tap it. Don't be no fool and come up back with something Ajax can't rub off. I had to tell you the same thing about when we were friends. Hell yeah, I did. Don't stick your dick in crazy. Crazy may be fun for a little while, but trust me, you don't want to deal with that all the time. And wrap it before you tap it, before you come back with some shit like in the Diddy trial where the girl was burning and she had some problems with her cootie cat. Yeah, don't be doing that shit. And stay away from the baby oil, y'all. Stay away from the baby oil, y'all. Don't be doing the baby oil trick. Because now every time I see baby oil, I think about Diddy. Now baby oil just has Diddy's face on it. I swear to God, me and my friend at the hood table was talking about that the other day. Huh? Yeah, but see, I'm the good crazy. I'm not that kind of crazy that's gonna fuck up your life. If you're gonna get a crazy bitch, make sure she's not the kind that'll fuck up your life. Make sure the kind that'll build your life up. Get with a good woman who's about her shit, about her job. You know what I'm saying? She about her life. She trying to build something, or she's already got something built. And especially if you're in your 50s, go for women who already have a life built that you're just a plus for them. Like they don't need you. You know what I'm saying? That's true, Mr. Get to Know Stop. Not every Kit Kat needs to be ate. You don't need to taste the rainbow sometimes. Because you be done got that one that you think tastes good and then whoo. Be careful with that. Please wrap it before you tap it. Don't be out here spreading shit like Diddy be doing. Please wrap it before you tap it. Be careful. And even at 50, if you fucking around with younger girls, you can get them hoes pregnant and you don't want to be baby trapped. I'm just saying. Because once you put a baby in a woman, you got to deal with that bitch for 18 years and for the rest of your life, technically, because it don't end at 18. It don't end at 18. So be careful. Y'all be careful out there on these streets. Oh, the ceasefire was broken, Mr. William? Who broke it first? Damn, I just saw that news 30 minutes ago. Damn, the ceasefire already broke. Already? Shit. Let me go over here and look at the LA Times, y'all. It says, enraged Trump blasts Israel and Iran over ceasefire violations. President Trump exasperated both Israel and Iran over what he said were violations of the surprise ceasefire between the two nations, and that was set to begin Tuesday morning, underscoring the tenuous of a deal meant to bring document to the fiercest confrontation in the belligerents' decades-long enmity. We have two countries that have been fighting for so hard for so long, they don't know what the F they're doing, said Trump in a rage briefing to journalists ahead of his trip to the NATO summit. The details of the ceasefire, which was brokered by Trump and Qatar's leadership, hours of the limited volley of Iran's ballistic missiles targeted the United States Al Udeid Air Base on Monday, remain unclear, but it was spurred cautious optimism across the Middle East. Man, is it already broke? Did they? Thank you for becoming a member, Mr. Get to Know. Oh, damn. So both sides said the other one violated it? Shit. I will say that I love the old way, Miss Beth, and the older generation, because y'all knew better than some of this shit that these young kids nowadays are doing. And that's why it kills me to see people who are older than me doing dumb shit. I'm like, you know better. You're older than me. I mean, I could still be doing dumb shit, but I'm in my late 30s. I'm not doing dumb shit no more. I was for in my 20s. I was doing dumb shit in my 20s. I learned my lesson in my 20s. And when I moved forward in my 30s and in my mid to late 30s, I said, I ain't doing dumb shit no more. I ain't doing it no more. I ain't going to do it. I done learned my lessons when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing none of that shit that's going to cause me to lose my life or my freedom. It ain't worth it. People don't understand how short life really is. Life is short as fuck, bro. It is short. You don't want to lose your life over some dumb shit. It ain't worth it. There's too much in this life to be able to do and have in the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm already trying to build generational wealth for my, I didn't have generational wealth. I came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? From nothing. And I'm trying to make sure that when I leave this world, my kid has something. You get what I'm saying? Generational wealth is everything. People nowadays need to learn, build that generational wealth. I'll drop the link, Mr. Get to Know. If you just ask for the link, I'll drop it. I don't mind dropping that link. I don't do panel shows all the time, but that's why I keep this StreamYard, is so I can have guests when they want to come up. They're basically saying Trump needs to stay out of it. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. I will say there are a lot of good people and young people out there. It's just they've lost their way in some ways and ain't standing on business, ain't standing on big business. And having morals is a thing. Not repeating mistakes is a thing. Standing in your ish. When I do something, I stand in my ish. If I did something wrong, I'm going to admit to it. Yeah, child, it was crazy. He was over here blaming me for somebody else saying that he hit a handicapped person. You remember that went around? I don't know who started that or said that in the first place, Watcher, but I said, and I stand in my ish. If in case the person was handicapped, which I do not know because I don't know that person, right? Then that's fucked up. If the person ain't handicapped, it is what it is. It was two dudes and whatever. But if the person's handicapped, that's fucked up. I ain't fighting no handicapped person. That's just me. Let me make sure it's you. Let me do my. Yep, it's you. Hi, Mr. Get to Know.
What's up, sweetheart? How are you?
I do my. When you backstage, I do the. I check the little thing that authenticates you.
Yeah, I actually, I actually had somebody a while back do a video recording of me, and then came up on panel and porn bomb somebody. It's crazy
Oh,
as shit.
what you got to do is those little 3 dots right by the name.
Yeah.
If you click that, it authenticates. I have it set on my page where you have to be authenticated in order to even hit the link.
Yep.
So you can't just hit it from like if you don't have that box clicked, they could hit it and they're not authenticated. So when I look at the authentication, it says for me that you're get to know and it shows me your channel.
Okay.
And so that's how
Yep.
I knew for a fact it was you and not somebody pretending to be you.
You know, and let's face it, it's impossible to pretend to be me.
Nope, they can't be you. They know they can't.
They want to be, but they can't.
Mm-mm.
You know what I
There'll
mean?
never be another get to know in this world. It'll just be you.
There's only room for one real G2K in this world. Trust me. It's hectic with just one.
Yeah, I think the world might go crazy if we had multiples.
I know it would.
Yeah.
My wife's over here saying, "Pray to the Bible," because I'm telling you right now, it's a blessing.
Hey, Miss G2K, how you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
I found you, Miss Nobody. You know I gotta sing that every time I see you.
I make up for his that's lost, that's not there.
And I love it. I love it. I tell you what.
I don't know why, but I just keep like you can't see me, and I'm totally doing this. It's hilarious. I'm doing the squeezy emoji. Like,
Mm-mm. Yeah, I've been neglected in that department. I can't get my ass squeezed. It's a downfall of mine. But what do you do?
we pray for the no acetals. You know.
I know. Like really, it's like I'm actually starting a support group.
Like they need some loving too, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no acetals need love too, man. Like spread it around. We ain't got love to spread around back there. So when someone's got to do it for us, man. It's a shame, but it's a tough job. But somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, and then we got to pray for the small booty lives matter and thick thighs save lives.
Yeah.
Thick thighs save lives. I love that one.
I haven't
I
heard
tell-
that one.
Ain't
That's
nothing.
good.
I'm never mind. I was gonna say ain't nothing better than feeling them thighs rumbling against your cheeks. You know what I mean?
My husband said the same thing. He said the same thing.
Hey,
I-
ain't no shame in my game.
He said that's
So-
his favorite breakfast, dinner, and night.
Hey, I know where dessert is. Know what I mean?
He said that dessert's good for breakfast, dinner, lunch, all times of the day. It don't matter when.
Anytime. Like 12 minutes ago, it was good. 30 minutes from now, it'll be better. I'm just saying. Like I get
And that's
mine when
why
I
a
get
lot of men
mine.
keep their little mustaches so they can have their flavor savor.
Oh, I'm telling you what.
Reminds me of that song, roll 2 joints in the morning, whatever. But the opposite of that,
Yeah. I eat dessert in the morning. Oh yeah. Eat dessert at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Eat dessert anytime I want.
So
My
so
husband just said in chat it cures depression.
it does. I've never seen a man get up after having dessert saying I'm depressed. Just look at their face. They smiling from ear to ear. They grinning like motherfucking Sinbad. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah. They're like it's a cure for depression.
We will be praying for you, Miss Beth. Because we love you dearly. I just want you to know that, Miss Beth. We do. We love you dearly.
Oh yeah. I don't know what's going on, Beth,
She's
but
gonna have major surgery on July 1st.
oh damn. I just had 4.5 hour surgery done on my arm.
What happened was, did you have to have like a rod put in or something, or screws?
They did some pretty like I tore the main tendon in your elbow,
Ooh,
and it's the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my life. And
Hanging on by threads.
like literally, I almost tore it completely, like complete tear, but it barely hung on by, he said, a couple fibers. And
I'm
yeah.
not mistaken. The way they do that surgery is they do like a little, like those little things you put on a ace bandage to hold it in place. It's something similar to that, if I'm not mistaken, when they do that surgery.
Yeah,
to get the
it's like a
fibers to
machine.
grow
They
back
use a
together.
machine. They use a
Yeah.
machine, or what do you call it?
A robot.
Yeah, it's a robot.
But what they did, so like if it would have tore all the way across, the recovery time is like 10 to 16 weeks,
Yeah, he would have been way worse.
and they would have had to go in. My arm would be laid up, and one of my legs would be laid up, because what they would have had to done is gone in and taken some tendon out of my leg somewhere, out of the back of my leg, and grafted it back together, and then put some other hardware in there to make it so it didn't move. And just recovery time is a lot worse. But what they did with this is they took the tendon and pulled it back down because it didn't retract all the way back up into the muscle, and they pull it back down and drilled a hole in the bone, and then put the tendon in the bone. He called it a button. Put a button over the hole they put with the tendon in, and
So it can grow
so
back.
so it can grow back in there. Yeah, it's
He was amazed that that didn't happen.
yeah, like, oh man. And anyhow, like it's you know,
It's
like,
in a splint. Yeah.
so
Ooh,
like,
yeah, they when they did my son's, see, my son has cerebral palsy, right? So he has mild CP. They
Yeah.
did what they call cord lengthening surgery, and what they do is they went in behind the knees and the ankles, and they cut the tendon, so
Yep.
that the tendon can release, and then it has to stay deep, like not where you don't use it and straight for when it grows back. The tendon itself won't be as tight. And so it was
Yeah.
basically polar opposite of the surgery that you had, where they were repairing a tendon tear. His was to make the tendon longer.
Yeah, it's
Right.
pretty serious surgery, actually.
Yeah, it was like it's the second longest surgery I've had so far in my life, and like I was under for 4.5 hours.
Oh, trust me, I know. He went in at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and he was in there for like 2 or 3 hours. And you got to think his wasn't necessarily a repair like yours was, so it didn't take as long. It was more of they just took basically a scalpel
They
after
just
they
broke
did.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, just broke it, but it still takes hours for that surgery. And I'm gonna tell you, my son said that was the most painful thing he's ever been through his life. He said, like they gave him like the best pain meds you can think of, and he said it didn't touch it. They ended up having to give my
Oh, yeah.
son morphine to knock him out, so he wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah, like they gave me fentanyl and Dilaudid at this like it's that intense. Like I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been ran over by cars, and I'm telling you right now that I have never in my life felt the kind of pain that I feel in my arm.
Good morning, Miss Heidi. Yeah, when my son, when he came out of surgery, like they had jacked him up on all kind of pain meds, right?
Well,
And they
yeah.
couldn't give him no more. They told me they couldn't, and tears was just coming out of his eyes. And my son said the most hurtful thing, which he didn't mean it in the way he did, but for me it hurt being the mom, and I had to cover my eyes and turn my head because tears was just rolling down. He looked at me and said, "Mom, why did you let them do this to me?"
Aww.
Oh,
And you talking about hurting, but see,
damn, girl.
Yeah.
My heart just broke right there. I'm not even kidding, man. Like that's and I'm telling you, and like he didn't mean anything negative towards you about it, but I'm telling like I
as a parent, woo,
like I'm telling I looked up at the sky and I said, God, why did you let this happen to me? Like for real, like this shit hurts, man. It hurts.
at least now you're on the road to recovery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And every day, my son said, every day gets better with it. He was up and walking. He started learning. He actually had healed very well. I don't know how your healing's going, but within 2
Good.
weeks, he got his leg stabilizers off, and within 6 weeks, he got his cast off. So he had cast on his ankles. He had leg stabilizers from the hip down.
The person too, you know what I mean? It depends on the person how the healing is going to go.
Yeah.
Some people it takes longer than others.
Well,
you know?
he was young too. That's another thing. Age does play a factor in that.
Yes.
It does
Yes.
too. Yes, it does.
See, and I'm not a big pain pill guy. I'm really not. You know, I mean, I got my gallbladder taken out in an emergency surgery like 2.5 years ago, and I legitimately took 2 pain pills, and I muscled through the rest of it because I hate them, and I'm almost out of pain pills on this one, and I'm like, I'm getting scared.
Stressing out, huh?
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it ain't no joke, man. Like it's some serious shit.
Oh no, I had that gallbladder surgery too in 2019. I'm gonna tell you something. Gallbladder attacks. I'd rather have another baby than have a gallbladder attack. I'd rather go through labor and delivery. That shit wasn't no joke. Those
Yeah.
attacks made me beg Jesus. I
Oh
was
yeah.
begging Jesus.
Oh, dude. I'm like when I
Yeah.
finally looked at my wife, I was like, okay, babe, I got to go to the hospital. She's like, okay, this is serious because
Yeah,
I won't
you're the
like.
type that don't like going, do you?
It was rock hard. I felt so bad.
Especially ours,
I felt
and
so bad.
like I remember getting to the hospital and then asking me some questions, and I just next thing I know, I'm laying on a gurney and like I'm strapped up and they're jacking me up on. They're like, you got to you got to sign this, and legitimately the nurse, the surgeon came in after the surgery, and they're like, if you would have waited another 30 minutes to an hour, you'd be dead.
That
My goal,
my brother's
my,
busted inside of him, and he had to have. I'm gonna tell you, you're glad that you went through that way because
yeah,
once it busts, they have to put
Mhm.
a thing inside of you to get the gangrene out and stuff because it does. It will mess.
A pick. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
put a pick on your pick on.
and he said it felt he to this day don't know how he did it. He was laying flat in the bed in so much pain. He said it felt like a 22 going off on him, and he jumped above the bed and stood straight up. And don't to this day know how he did it because the pain was so bad. Hey,
yeah.
Stiffy love.
Yeah, it's like it's one of the most intense things I've been through. But hands down, like I'll go through a gallbladder again before I go through a tendon in my arm like this, dude. Like gladly,
Dang.
like gladly,
Yeah.
like for real. Like, and
The legs are in the arms. Oh my God.
it's just it's you don't really realize how much that one tendon in your arm, like
And especially
Does.
because you use your arms for everything, you know.
it's horrible. Like
That too, you know.
for the first time in my life, I honestly feel like everything is honestly an effort to just
Your
to get
shirt
up, to
on.
put a shirt on, to get up, to go to the bathroom, and it's my arm, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want, like, oh my God, dude, I'm not having fun on this one. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm glad that you're starting to on the healing process now because I know that before it was, you know what I'm saying, no go.
Yeah.
Um, and these surgeries, like even when Miss Beth having to go through her surgery and the big C bomb, melanoma. My grandmother had that surgery, Miss Beth, but hers was on her face and her arm, and she had to have that stuff cut out. Yeah, that was no joke. See, the older generation, my grandma back in the day, they didn't tell you about the possibilities of melanoma back in the day, right? So she used to
Yeah.
suntan with baby oil.
Oh
No,
no.
damn.
They
Yeah,
made it worse, yeah.
Oh yeah.
By far,
yeah.
yeah.
And us younger generations know that now because of what the older generations had to go through.
Right. Exactly, yeah.
Oh, it's in your body. Your melanoma's on the inside. Oh, that makes it even
Blood,
worse.
isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Isn't it blood?
No,
Pure
that's
blood? Blood
that
cancer or
you can, but I don't know if you
huh.
can get melanoma in the blood.
I thought that's what it was. No,
Leukemia.
leukemia. Leukemia is the blood, that's right. Yeah.
But so my wife and I have a big day today. Huge day today.
What's going on?
So we are getting ready to head out of town and go see Post Malone and Jelly Roll live in
Oh,
concert.
oh, heck
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I probably shouldn't have done it, but I took my YouTube money and I said, screw it. I'm taking my wife to this concert. We deserve it. And happy birthday to myself.
Happy birthday. Also, happy birthday to you. Happy
Hell yeah.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Get to Know. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you have so much
Okay.
fun because you know how much I love Jelly Roll too. Jelly Roll is the shit.
Well,
That's going to be a very emotional
it's
experience.
it
for
is
sure.
like I have a personal connection with Jelly Roll. Like I've literally talked to him on a couple of live streams and shit, and like he has literally pulled me out of some of the darkest times in my life, and
Very
um
inspirational. Very, very
like the
much
first
so.
time I seen him in the concert, I cried the whole time he sang. Like every
He
word
said
he
your
see,
name.
like he said my name, and I was like, I got it on recording. I'm like, oh my, I was like, baby, you fucking talk to me. Like he's like, Aaron, what's up, brother? I'm like, oh my god, dude. And I just love him. But I'm gonna record. I'm gonna live stream as much of the concert as I can. But like, I don't know if you've heard Jelly Roll and Post Malone's song "Losers."
No, I don't think I have,
You
but I
should listen
love
to it.
my favorite song by Jelly Roll is "Save Me."
Oh yeah, like, and that's what it was. That's what it was for me. Like at the time, my wife and I wasn't on the same page with where we were at in our relationship, and she she had to make a decision, for the better for us. And he came out with that song, and that song is what literally it saved me. And
God, I need a favor. That.
and his song "And God I Need a Favor." Oh my gosh, dude! Like,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, like, I know what road, like, semi what you're talking about. Like, I read between the lines. My dad and my mom had that situation at one point. It was a different situation, obviously. But my mom told my dad, she gave him the ultimatum. She said, it's either that or us kids. You know what I'm saying? Her
right,
and the kids. And she gave him that choice, and he got his shit together. You know what I'm saying? But
yep,
sometimes a man needs a strong woman like that in his corner
You know,
because
that's about it.
you don't see what you're doing yourself. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But they can point it out to you, and it does. It helps you change. It helps you become a better person, and all these things. And a good woman, Mr. G2K, don't you ever fuck that up? I'll beat you with a switch.
I'll tell you what.
Eric, we've experienced just that that thing right there. We've experienced
Like
it ourselves.
my wife,
I left.
has left me 3 different times, and like she's like, you don't see it now, and if if this is gonna work, you'll see it because that's the only way. That's the only way it's gonna work out. That I'm gonna come back, and I have never turned back to that to just being that way. Like
You learn
I
your lesson.
know. And I did, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that she's done what she's done for me, because I sit here today, and I'm allowed to do the things I do because of what she's done for me. Like
Oh,
she's pulled me out of the darkest places I've ever been in my life, and standing there with her arms wide open for me, and that's something that I will never take advantage of. I love my wife with all my fucking heart, and I would kill for her, dude. And that's not a joke.
Hey, Mrs. High. Also, G2K, Mrs. High, that's in chat right now. We were over at Very Carey's. I've told you, where you do karaoke too. Very Carey's, she does it on Friday nights too sometimes, right? And Miss High came up there and she can sing, child. Woo! That woman's got a voice on her. And Mr. Carruthers, you see Just My Thoughts, that's Mr. Carruthers. I love when he sings us some Barry White. He's got that Barry White voice.
Ooh, he's got that
Yeah.
panty dropping voice, huh?
Uh-huh. He got that Barry White. We done told him. He got to do the Barry White voice.
Oh yeah.
Um,
You know what they say about Barry White. More children were produced by Barry White not even being in the room. You know what I mean?
yeah, we have one in the community too, like that. Huh?
We got one in our community like that, and like he's got he did he.
oh, I
So
know
my
who you
wife.
talking about. I know exactly who you talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. My
Been up
wife was.
on panel with him.
Yep.
Yeah, he sang a song for me.
He sang a song for my wife the other day on Sunday night, and my wife's been trying to get him to sing it, and he took the day, and he's like, I listened to the song quite a few times, and he's like, I hope I do it good, and it's just like, move the fuck over, Josh
It was
Turner,
amazing.
because Sergeant Modog's Long Black Train is way better than what you got, sir.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Like some people don't see it. Some people don't think they got a voice. And I'm telling you, I can't sing worth a lick, but I love it. And that dude, Mr. Sergeant Modog, that boy can sing.
Well, I'm gonna drop your channel and I'm gonna drop Very Carey. If you would like to, because on Friday we do with Very Carey. Sometimes she'll do her Very Carey karaoke. There's a lot of people over there that tell you we are not the best singers in the entire universe, but we have fun doing it.
Exactly. It's about having fun.
Exactly. Like I do. So like I'm like trying to change the game of karaoke a little bit, you know, and keep it entertaining. Like this is one way that I can give back to my community because they love it because it's entertaining. Like I do a random wheel generator. So like whatever songs get put on there, I'll spin it and whatever comes up. Like I did Barbie Girl a couple of weeks ago, and I tell you what, that song is dirty, dirty, dirty. And you people out there shouldn't be letting your kids go around singing Barbie Girl because that song is a dirtiness, dirty, dirty.
And Miss High is supposed to get back on the carry. I did see your live also the other. I think it was a morning. Miss High, I was over there. I was chilling in your clouds, listening to you sing while I was busy doing stuff. I just posted her channel too. She has a professional setup, which is awesome. I'm going to get me one because I think it's awesome. She has like this, and she said she got it off of Amazon. Wasn't too expensive. She got her a mixer, and that's how she did it. And she just pops on like that. And she'll just sing some karaoke and stuff. It's really cool. She just having little music live and stuff, and every now and then. So you know how I like to support everybody. I do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not just one person that says, "Oh, I'll support you," and then you just disappear. You know what I mean? So
No, I try to be at every show that I can be. The problem that I have is when you support as many people as I do, sometimes you try to be everywhere at once. And so I sometimes can have 6 tabs going at the same time. Because all 6 people go live at the exact same moment. Thank you, love. And so so I have like 50 different lives going at one time.
yeah,
So if I ever say something crazy in your chat, realize I actually just posted the wrong reply in the wrong chat. If you see me at somebody that ain't even in your chat, or I say a name and I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, oops.
Yep,
Wrong chat.
I've actually cross paneled myself before, where I was having conversations on 2 different channels at the same time, but trying to do a third one. And like I was answering questions that I was being asked in the third conversation that I was talking to me in the first conversation about, and they're looking at me like, "How fucking stoned are you, G2K?" I was like, "Oh shit, this is a different conversation." Like it doesn't even make sense. We're not even talking about bubbles and tape, man. I'm like, "Oh my bad," but I try to do the same thing, and I try to support everybody I can, and like it's a challenge to be able like there's not enough time in a day for me to be able to support all the people that support me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's I'm gonna say this, Mr. G. Okay, I love your book. Speaking of which, and I got to do your. I am behind on my videos. I got to do my book review for you and Miss Josie because I have them sitting right here beside me. And your poetry book to me is amazing. I have it right here. I got it in the mail. I'm sitting here holding it in my hand right now. Break the silence, and I love the fact that how you not only have like your poetry in here, but you also acknowledged people who have supported you. You have acknowledged people who have been beside you. Oh, I didn't even know you did. I just because I read the poetry, but I didn't see this part. Oh, you did one for Arkansas.
Yeah.
Like I love like I know people got their opinions about Arkansas, but you know what? I'll kick somebody right in the fucking balls for that girl. I don't even care, dude. Like like I love Arkansas, and if you got a problem with Arkansas, you should probably have your head examined because like she's real. She's as real as they come, and she's helped me build my confidence. She's an amazing person, and um,
You're listening. Love you, Archie.
Yeah, if you're listening,
I'm
I
gonna
love
read
you,
this.
Arkansas.
I'm gonna read this right quick. This is from the book of G2K. Dear Arkansas, I wanted to express my deepest gratitude for all your support and encouragement in turning my book into a reality. You are one of the coolest chicks I have ever met, and your friendship means the world to me. Thank you for being an incredible friend and for helping me achieve this significant milestone. With heartfelt thanks, Aaron, MCG, aka G2K. That just is, oh my god, this is so sweet.
And so I've actually started on my second book already.
I'll tell you this: if you ever need graphics of any kind, I do play around with Canva, um, and stuff like that.
Okay.
I do a lot of that. So if you ever need like any of that, just let me know. I make
I
posters for people or promotional things and all that other stuff.
like I got some things that I don't know how to do, and I know the one project, if I can get somebody to do it, like it'll go viral. It'll go viral so quick. It's like it's it's amazing. And I just don't. I can't get the whole putting videos together like that with Canva and that shit. Like it doesn't stick for me. You know what I mean? But like I got a whole entire script written out for it, and like if I could just get somebody to invest a little bit of time, like
Send me what your thought process are, and I'll see what I can do. I'm not promising anything. Um,
okay,
like if you have videos you're wanting to put together and whatnot, I'll see what I can do. Uh, Canva works on some editing aspects, and then others you might need CapCut or something else for it. Um, but also, hey, Mr. William.
Good morning, Charlie.
See, I told you, you got the very
damn.
white voice. I told you.
Somebody just got pregnant. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna go take a pregnancy test after I get off this panel right now. I'm telling I might have just
No,
got pregnant, and I'm like so not. I'm like so not on. I'm not gay at all, and like I might have just got pregnant. I'm not even joking. Damn, I'm like blushing right now. Damn.
good. I just came up here to tell Charlie I love her. Uh, Thank you for all the great things you had to say about me, Charlie, and let people know if they don't know on your panel. I am a 75-year-old man, and life is. When I listen to you guys' story, I kind of think about my life, how it's been, and I don't know. You know I am, Charlie. I'm most salty at heart. I done got to the point now to where when things touch me, and like with Beth, I just came up here personally to say to Beth, dear, keep the faith, hon. Keep the faith. Life is short. Life is precious. And myself, I'm going through some stuff in times because of old age. I'm not attributing it to anything else because I've never had my gallbladder taken out. I've never had appendix or nothing like that. So I know that things are catching up on me. But I do want to say to you guys that are way younger than me, uh, enjoy life to the fullest. Don't let simple things cause you, like Charlie said, to end up behind bars or unalive just because of a few words. We're all
Yeah.
human beings. God loves us, and Jesus wanted us to love each other as people, not as machines, not as avatars, and especially not as being indifferent, because we all bleed the same color. And believe it or not, some people blood runs deeper than what they think it does. My dad happens to be a Jamaican, and I found out a lot of things going through my ancestry. So when I say I love people, Charlie, you know I love people.
I know, Mr. William, and that's why I'm gonna tell you this. And people want to know uh how I started cursing and why I started cursing JT out. It was because of this man right here. He disrespected this good gentleman right here. This is a good
Right.
man, and you don't talk to him any type of way. And I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna let it happen. I just ain't. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's when my
Well,
protective side come out because you know we love you, Mr. Carruthers. And Miss Beth told me to tell you she 83 and whatnot, and she don't look it. She's so pretty.
look out.
Uh,
Let
let,
me
let me
stop.
let,
Let
let,
me
let,
stop
let
because
me
I
brag on
remember.
Miss Beth right quick. Oh, and uh, thank you, Miss High, for the gifted memberships.
Yes, thank you, Ms. High. But what I'm saying is that I don't know, Charlie, your conversation this morning, especially when it came to men having a good woman behind them,
Yep.
uh, I gotta say you're right about that. Behind every good man, there's a good woman.
a,
So
a greater woman. Like I put my wife on a pedestal that she deserves to be on.
right,
That like I know everything I do on a daily basis in my life is because my wife is here.
yeah, yeah,
Like I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if not for my wife. Like I wouldn't have the life I have if not for my wife. I wouldn't be where I'm at if not for my wife. Like I give all kudos to my wife. Like she's pulled me out of the darkest places of hell, and I stand in the light with her, dude. And if you want to fuck around and find out, well, make your last mistake. You know what I
there
mean?
you go, there you go, young man, and I could say young man too. Make it. You always follow that ideology you have about your woman, because I had one, a good one, and I told people I'd kill a brick over her. You know what I'm saying? So
I get it. I get it, sir.
yeah,
100%. I get that.
yeah. But unfortunately, she passed away, and I think about it. It makes my heart heavy at times to think about her, but I know she wants me to go ahead and go on. Now, to be another, when I was younger, say in my 30s, a player, no, I'm not doing that. But I will get on here and try to make myself feel good by playing music and to make not only women, but men to think about the woman that they might have or lost or something like that. And if they got to keep her, you better keep her. Like Johnny Taylor used to say, it's cheaper to keep her. So,
You
and it
know?
doesn't mean money. It means it's cheaper to keep her for your peace of mind.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, as a man losing a woman, sometimes we can go crazy. We can go nuts out there. We can do stupid things. So
Oh, I've been
I
there.
just,
I've done that.
yeah. So you- God bless you, your marriage, your wife, and continue as you're doing now, supporting her. She's supporting you. And as we say, hey, the longer you stay, the more you will pray and pray together.
Absolutely.
Yes, pray
Absolutely.
together. And
God bless.
about old jelly roll, the only when I got him, I started listening to him a couple of times, but he really got me when he showed up at the WWE events because I'm a WWE fanatic. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Just call me. I'm old fashioned. Like I said, I'm 75. I've seen three-quarters of a century, and I just hope things will be better in the future to come. I've
So
been
so
through a lot.
so so in what month of 1950 were you born?
I was born May 3rd, 1950. I'm not ashamed to
My
tell.
dad got you beat by a few months, but my dad was
Uh,
born in January of 1950.
okay, yeah, my father was born January, but he was born in 1905. So
Damn.
yeah, I'm one of those kind of babies to where mama thought she couldn't have none and daddy fooled her because my dad was 15 years older than my mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, but then after that, she had four more kids by my dad, and
Hey,
yeah,
hey, he got that man juice. You know what I mean? Like,
well, like I said, my dad being a Jamaican fella, and I kind of this kind of hurts me. I never did learn his language. I never did know any of his people, so that's why we're trying to get in contact with him now. But I feel that if older people were more open like they are today or now, with their children and telling them about things, uh, we wouldn't be lost as we are today. You know, I don't believe in telling a child everything, but there are some things that you have to let your child know. And the main thing is that you love them, especially love them. When I heard Charlie mention her son, and I kind of teared up when she teared up and when he said what he said to her. But that's only a child's way of saying, Mama, I know you love me. That's to me, that's what it is. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he don't even remember it because he was so
Yeah.
like he was at the time he was really drugged up on medication. It
Yeah.
hurt me because I knew I was doing what was best for him so he could
Right.
walk like everybody
Right.
else, but I
Right.
knew it was hurting him at the same
At
time
the
because
same time.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so he don't even remember it, but I do. Whew, my heart got
Yeah.
hit.
I was I can relate back to the time though, but see my child was only like 6 months old when my first born and she had a bowel blockage. So they had to go up in there with their fingers, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm watching them do this. I'm thinking, what the hell? And my baby is crying and stuff. And it took every ounce of strength in me to keep from grabbing that doctor and punching him in the mouth because I thought it was hurting my daughter. When in actuality, that was the only way at 6 months old that they, well, I don't say they knew how to do it, but that's the way the medical field was back then. There's a lot of things that people we have to be thankful for, and the way medicine has come a long way, and the things that they used to do to us as children coming up. But I was so angry because it hurt me seeing her cry, and there was no, well, in this case, there was no anesthesia. So it's, I understand you, Charlie. I understand how much you love your boy, and you continue doing the best you can for him. And to all those out there that have children, tell them that you love them every day, no matter what.
Absolutely.
Even if they're getting on your last nerves, as my mama used to tell me, boy, you're getting on my last nerve, but I
I
still
must have
love
been I must have been on my mama's last nerves a half million times.
you. Hey, we know as young boys and men now, we know a lot of
Oh
stuff we did growing up as kids. Oh man, if our
yeah.
mamas didn't love us, we'd be somewhere else. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah.
We
Yeah.
did
Amen
some
to that.
stupid stuff
Amen to
as
that.
kids too, and we lucky to be here. Some of us.
Oh, like I'm on that list. Like I should have been dead 45 times easy. Like,
Yeah.
like easy. And it's just like my mom told me you're gonna regret this later in life. And here I am sitting here regretting everything she said I was gonna regret later in life. So
Yeah,
but
Beth is right though. A lot of home remedies used to heal us too when we were coming up as children. Uh, I can remember taking castor oil, uh,
Ooh,
Father's John.
that casserole give me bad memories. If you had an ailment, if your toe hurt, casserole.
Yeah,
You got a headache, casserole. I'm telling you, they thought casserole fixed everything. And Mercure. Y'all remember Mercure?
mature cone. Yep,
That
yep.
stuff had mercury in it back in the day. We were getting poisoned and didn't even know it.
Don't know. But
nowadays,
then
now,
they had
now,
things called acidity bags for kids.
yeah,
You know, they would make those and blow cigarette smoke on them and give it to the baby when they had colic. You
giving kids whiskey at like 3 days old and shit. It's like we
know.
we still we still here. We still here,
Yeah,
everybody. Like
um,
obviously it
yeah,
didn't fuck us up too bad. I mean, you know.
yeah. Like I say, I'm still here at 75 with the grace of God also. But there's a lot of stuff that my mom gave us, man. I can remember that. Like I said, Father's John, 3 6s, old medicines, and she'd mix up pickle
Yeah.
juice and garlic and all that kind of stuff and make us take it in the morning.
Yep.
Uh, so
Heroin, they use heroin a lot with like
Yeah.
cocaine and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep. Like my mom, like if you ever have a toothache, the best thing for a toothache is pure vanilla extract. Like
if you,
it's not,
yeah,
like you know what I mean? And like my mom every day twice a day. She takes some pure vanilla extract and mixes it up with hydrogen peroxide and gargles with that shit
Gargles
every
with
single
it.
day, twice a day, dude. And like she never has she's almost 70 and she doesn't know what it's like to have a toothache. She's never had a toothache.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because, like I said, the older generation, even my older generation, they knew how to take care of themselves. And
Yep.
when you lived in a rural area where you couldn't run to a doctor because
You
the
found
nearest
kids at work.
doctor or hospital was
Yeah.
17 miles away. So,
And it's gonna take 3 days to get there, like
yeah, in some of those cases, that too.
yeah,
But I
just like
just, I thank God and I thank for people like Charlie and you guys. I'm not trying to toot Charlie's horn, but Charlie,
oh, I'll shoot it.
you should have over 3,000 more than that subscribers to you and listen to you because at your age with such wisdom, you put me in the mind of my grandmama, and that's not an insult, but you
Oh
have
no,
those
I know what
old
an
way of
old soul.
thinking.
It's called a
No,
pretty
the
old
old
soul.
soul, right?
That old
I've always
soul.
been told that since I was little, since I was a
Yeah,
kid, that I must have been here before because I have a pretty old soul.
yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
get
no,
that
no.
from you.
Oh, I see where Kim is saying there. Yeah, there is a heat wave going on. So you guys, if you know any older people, like I have people that call me constantly, are you okay? You got your air on? Check on them. You don't have to get out in the heat, but if you know their number, be sure and call them, give them a call, make sure everything is all right. We've already had a couple of deaths where older people didn't have air in their house, but they were trying to keep warm with a little box fan, and that doesn't help, you know. Let them know about the cooling stations because right now we're going through a heat crisis, let alone a world crisis. We're going through a heat crisis right here in our own little backyard. Woke up this morning, it was 85 degrees, and that was at 6 o'clock. So now,
That's carbon monoxide.
You
too.
you Mr. Will, like I believe this heat wave is like it happens because you step in the room. Like I'm not even kidding. Like as soon as I heard your voice, the temperature in this room jumped up fucking 15 degrees just
yeah,
instantaneously. I'm not even
well,
joking, sir.
well, my voice has been like this since I was 16 years old. So you can
Oh
imagine.
damn.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
straight Casanova, straight Casanova right there.
I I
Tell you
had
what.
I had my share of women. I'm not gonna lie about it, but a
Hey,
lot of it
oh,
was because of the voice, and then I regretted it too because a lot of times I took advantage of it with my voice, and you know, so yeah, it's a curse and it's a blessing in the same time. But I don't know.
but
I don't know.
I guarantee you, you know how to respect a woman.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Well, there you
I
go.
respect her up until the point to you disrespect me, and then I have to say, well, it's over with. You know,
Yep,
I'll walk away. I'm not going to sit
exactly.
there and bash you and talk about you, and because I've had women do that. You know, talk about me.
Yep,
They'll
me
come up
too.
with the darnest things. You know, say the darnest things. Well, he can't uck, or he got a little wee wee, and all that bull crap. And the next lady will ask her, well, why did you stay with him so long if it was like that? So, you got to take everything with a grain of salt.
Hey,
Some people
like
aren't meant for each other.
yeah,
Everybody's not meant for each other.
like I'm a walking, talking example that it's not in the size of the penis that makes a man.
Yeah, yeah.
Telling you right now, like there's standard white boy issued, and then there's G2K issued. And my wife is perfectly happy and satisfied with G2K issued. You know why?
Well,
Because I fulfill my wife. I fulfill my wife's emotional side and support that she
yeah.
needs more than that physical
Yeah,
shit,
you have
man.
to have that connection. Yeah.
Yeah, my daddy used to say, "Son, when you get weak in the hips, you get strong in the lips. So don't worry about
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a boy who knows what you're talking about right there. Tell you what. Tell you what. Tell you what. My lips have definitely saved my ass many times. Many
it."
times. My wife's in the
Yeah.
background. She's like, and tongue, babe, and tongue. I'm like, oh yeah, you know it. You know it.
Oh,
You know it.
okay. Charlie, let me get off here because he's gonna get me. He's gonna get me to talking dirty.
Well,
Now,
Mr. Will, I would love to see you come over and hang out on my channel sometime. I talk about some serious shit myself, and we do have some fun times over there. But I think you fit in right, nice and fine with my
All
community as
right,
well.
I will do that. I see Charlie dropped you down in the chat, your channel down in the chat, and I will get to it and subscribe to it because, like I said, Charlie has turned me on to a lot of good people over here on our sector, and Charlie being over in the beefing sector, oh my goodness, baby.
I don't even beef, but I be over there, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I'll stand up for Charlie to anybody. Like if they want to go out, if they want to try to come at her sideways, it's not a good idea because I will fuck your world up. And like
Yeah,
because Charlie is one of the sweetest,
sweetest woman
genuine,
out there. Yep, you
like for real.
like
And
I
if
say,
she ever
when you
like,
find a good woman, you fight for her, even if she isn't yours.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, like my
Even if
mama
she's not
didn't raise
yours,
an
you fight
asshole. You know
for
what I
her.
mean? Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Like all women, not all women, but you know, like a good woman, all good women need to be respected, and I don't disrespect that ever. So, like, if people want to fuck around and find out, well, they're gonna make their last mistake. I tell you right
Yeah,
now.
There's a difference between a lady and a hoe.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, definitely, definitely. Because us men can go out there and piss in the middle of the street, and we'll still be men. But a woman go out there and then piss in the street, she's all kind of like you say, hoes and bees and all that, and that doesn't make sense. There's no equality when it comes to men and women.
I
Period.
will also, I've also been speaking up a lot for men because I'm gonna say this for y'all. Y'all are told you can't cry, you can't have emotion, you can't be SA'd, you can't be abused, you can't be in domestic violence. That's BS because there's also a thing where y'all stand up for women, but women need to also stand up for our good men.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
for real.
Well, yeah, that's for real. If we stand up for each other, especially good people, when they stand up for each other, then the world will be a better place. It's always going to be a place, a nice place to live. But who wants to live in turmoil all the time? You know what I'm saying? That's why
Exactly.
I do music. That's why I do music. That's why I get the ladies up here and I
You
let
be
them.
making people get babies and shit.
No, no,
Like I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna take responsibility for that. No.
Well, I'm putting it out there. I'm not going to take responsibility for it either. But I'm telling you right now, you don't even got to do nothing but walk in a room and say a couple words, and you making babies. Telling you right now. Tell
Well,
you right now.
I did the DJ thing for like maybe when I started out at 17, and I did it for a few years until I was like maybe 21 or 22. And trust me, I know what I can do out there, and I can turn on a crowd or I can turn off a crowd. I would much rather turn women on than to turn them off. So that's the way I look at
Hell yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this like of a lot of subjects when we speak about them, us good people when we stand up together and for each other and stand
Yeah,
against the bad people and expose that shit. That's basically why I jumped. A lot of people don't understand where I came into the JT situation was because of that. Because it's good people standing up against bad people. If we say nothing at all, right? And we just let them get away with their bad behavior. Somebody has to say something. And that's why, Mr. G2K, I love that you also stand up for children's rights and SA victims. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
and probably there is a double standard in the world. There's definitely a double standard. And there's also as you can see, they've made storylines about things, the haves and the have nots. So the ones that I consider myself a have not. So just because you have it doesn't mean you're right all the time. Just because you have it doesn't mean you don't have the emotional credibility that a person that doesn't have it. Because I'm like Charlie. I know what it's like to be poor. I've been there. My
Amen.
family's been there. We've been so damn poor that we had to go out. And my daddy and a friend of my dad's did what they call back in the day wrangling Russell
Yeah.
cattle. They,
Yeah.
they go to that farmer that's got 500 head of cows and go out there and lure one out the field and slaughter it for the family and feed the family. So, yes, I've had all that done growing up as a child. And
Yeah.
was my life crazy? No, it wasn't crazy, but we loved each other. And my dad was a hard worker up until he got sick and passed away. And that was my best bud. Now, a lot of guys think that they
Yeah.
love their mom, but I love my dad because he taught me that if I didn't learn anything, I needed to learn it. And when I say that, my dad was a gardener. He liked to get out and garden.
My
I
dad
didn't
too.
like that. I didn't like that bull crap. I hated it with a passion. So he took me in the house with my mother and told my mother, "You better learn him something because he's not coming up in the world stupid." I learned to cook. I learned to sew. There was things that a lot of people don't remember, like stretching curtains on putting curtains on a needle or stretching
Amen.
curtains.
Oh,
I learned,
amen. I know.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So I learned how to darn a sock because a lot of times we didn't have the money to go out and buy a new pair of socks.
You
You
got to
had to
fix that shit.
grab that needle and thread and sew that sock up. Take a button, sew it on a shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that my mom taught me a lot of things that a woman does. Does that make me a woman? No. But it
No.
makes me realize that sometimes a woman needs help in that kitchen too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's like my dad taught me how to do things that would be considered manly. Like I know how to do electrical work, plumbing. I know how to get under the hood of
Mhm,
that car and do mechanic work. I know how to change my
mhm.
own brakes, my calipers if I need to. You
Yeah,
know,
my sister's good at that. But like I said, I watch Dad take down a carburetor or take down an alternator and rebuild it. But I never liked that kind of stuff. To me, it was greasy. It was dirty. Did that make me effeminate? No, because like I said,
like
with
it
my
don't
voice,
make me manly. You know what I'm saying? Even though
no,
I
it
do
don't make
manly
you.
things.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of things that people have been taught or know how to do better than others. And, there's a lot of things that we could talk about growing up. I could talk about growing up as a child because half of you guys weren't even born, maybe some of you were. But like I said, my life growing up with this voice that I had when it changed to 16, that's what started me on my little, you might as well say, downward spiral. But
Your whole face. You just had your whole face. That was all it
yeah.
was.
That's Mr. Will. Mr. Will. I was 16 years old when I discovered my whole face too. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, but my whole phase is still going on.
Hey, I met my like I was a hoe up until until the day I met my wife, and
but I'm
I
single
ain't
though.
turned back. I ain't turned
Yeah,
back.
but but I'm single though, so I can
Hey,
afford to do that.
play your
And
game, play
really,
it. Just get that voice out there. Just be like, ladies.
but
You get
no,
them running. You get all them
for
hoes are
real.
running to you, bro. I tell you right
No,
now.
it all it is it's just an act because let me be honest with you. I do have a special other and she knows how I am. So once we got used to that part of me, then everything has been smooth. But I wouldn't bust a grape with a sledgehammer when it came to another woman because I got a
Hell
good
yeah.
woman now. So
Hell
I,
yeah.
I just do what I do best. Try to make people happy and try to make them forget their own sorrows when I do get up here and say something or do something. So
No, you're just funny, Mr. Will. I know how to take you. You know what I'm saying? Because I've known you for so long.
yeah.
But I laugh sometimes when you be getting folks. It just makes me laugh. But like, a lot of the ladies like to play around and flirt with Mr. William for the fun of it, but he understands that and doesn't try to get on towards women. You know
Shit,
what I'm
I
saying?
almost want
He
to flirt
does it
with
in a
him.
he does it in a respectful way. There's a difference. Like women
Yeah.
appreciate a man if you come at us in a respectful manner versus like okay, back in the past when I was single, right? I had a man who came at me in the most untoward way, and I cussed him out and told him I was going to call his big mama. Um, then, vice versa, I'm already in a relationship. I had this gentleman that came at me in the most respectful manner ever, and I was super grateful that he was. He goes, "You know how to mechanic? That's hot. Are you with anybody?"
Man, he's like, I want you to turn my wrench.
Yeah, like I said, we're human beings, and God made us to procreate. But I'm not, and I'm lucky. I am so fortunate. The only thing I have is two daughters from a previous marriage, and I don't have any outside kids. I can say that.
I'm right there with you
So
on that.
no, I wrapped it up quite a bit. So, uh, but I appreciate the way God has shown me my 75 years and 75 years of living that you can have fun, but you can also be more mindful of other people's feelings too. Because, like I said, if it doesn't work, just walk away. You don't have to sit there and argue with a person. You don't have to curse them out. You don't have to disrespect
Yeah,
them, and just walk away. And hey, something will come along.
just be
There's
nice.
always it's
Just
more
be
than
nice.
one bus. There's more than one bus is running at a bus stop. So if that's not the right bus for you, you catch a cab. Hell, get
Get up
across
off that,
town quicker.
just because you on the bus don't mean you can't get off that damn bus. I mean, shit, I got off on a lot of buses. The short bus, the real short bus, the extra long bus to turn into the short bus. Like I got
The
off all
crazy
those buses.
bus.
Yeah, on all of them. The 5150 bus,
Why
Yeah.
do I have
the
to
no
tell
acid
all
all bus.
my
I'm still
friends?
on that one, but
I have to tell all my male friends the same thing, especially when they in their Joves. Don't stick you getting crazy, and please wrap it before you tap it. Please be, thoughtful of that, because all my male friends tend to mess around with the craziest bitches. I
Oh
swear
like
to
yeah.
I got a,
God.
like I got a friend. I got a friend. He just moved back to Texas, but I've known him like 30 plus years. Like he like it's like there's a train wreck. My hair comes my buddy. Did you say train wreck? I'm like, bro. You got to
Stop
get it. You got
it.
to get up. You can't be keep going for these. He's like, there's just something about him I'm attracted to. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like
And this is
train
why he
wrecks.
keeps winding up in mess, because he likes to
Well,
mess with
just
the train
but
wreck.
always remember now. Here, another thing in being a gentleman. A woman will only let you go so far as she wants you to go. You see what I'm
Facts.
saying? So
Yeah,
when she says no, hey, just back up, leave it alone. You know.
straight up. Like I've been married. I've been married. We're going on this year. The 7th of July will be 19 years that we've been married. And
Wow.
like there's times that I'm ready to get down. You know what I mean? And my wife's like, no. And it's like, well, those brakes are put on real quick. You know what I mean? And like
You
just
better
just
go in the
because it, just
bathroom
because
and
it,
get that Vaseline.
oh well, like I got married 19 years ago, so I didn't have to masturbate anymore, and I still
Yeah.
don't. So when she says no, it's just on the back burner until next time,
Well,
That next
you
time might
never
be in
had.
like 10
Whoa,
minutes
whoa,
from
whoa!
now.
Wait a minute now. Hey,
You know,
Charlie, I bet that this finna go crazy here. You mean to tell me you ain't never masturbated in your life?
no, I didn't say I know. I quit masturbating 19 years. I quit masturbating 19 years ago, the day I married my wife.
Oh, but
Like, so I
you
don't need
haven't.
I don't need to. My wife is a very, very, very giving woman.
Oh, okay, all
You
right
know what
then.
I mean?
He's a very,
So
very lucky man, and she sucks his
You're
soul
very
out
lucky. He's
occasionally. And
very lucky.
here's the thing: a lot of women don't understand that a lot of men actually, y'all are not as hard as women think it is to take. Some women think. Here's the thing: all a man really wants is emotional intelligence for a woman to appreciate them, right? And
yes,
let them be a
Definitely.
man. Be their soft spot when they need somewhere to fall, right? Be that
yeah.
person they can be vulnerable with. If you
Yeah.
suck their soul out occasionally and give them good food, they ain't going nowhere. They don't need
Hell
nothing else.
no,
They got
hell
everything they
no.
need at home.
Mm-mm. Tell you what right now. Like my wife, like I got really lucky because when my daughter was born, like
Yeah.
my wife bled for like another 9 months straight. Like It was bad. So they couldn't get it to stop. So they went in and they burnt her uterus out with scalding water, scalding
Oh
over her
my
uterus.
goodness.
So she doesn't have a period,
Oh,
and
so
she
Yeah.
you
doesn't have
never have that. You never have that week of Hell Week. Hey, but I'm gonna tell
not
you something. For those women who do have Hell Week still at Shark Week, that's when you give your little man a little extra head. You may not be able to do, the other way, but you can still sassify him. He'll still be sassified.
I
Trust
can tell
me.
you, I can tell you this right now. In 17 and a half years, I have never heard my wife say, "Sorry, babe, it's my time of the month." So,
No.
like,
Well,
it's like,
you are a very lucky man. Lucky in one respect, but you got to realize your wife went through hell just so that you can sit up there and say that.
oh yeah,
I really think though that women, they are the salt that goes in on your meat. They're the salt that goes in your food. So, and when you take away salt, then that must mean you're no good anymore.
yeah.
Your blood pressure goes up if you have too much salt. But long as that woman is there, you can't have too much of her. You know, you can't
Like
have
I
too
tell,
much of
dude,
her.
I tell my wife that every single day, and that's not a joke. Like I want, like I want to be with my wife all the time. Like I can't ever get enough of my wife,
Well,
whether
that
it's physical, whether it's physically, emotionally. Like
yeah, yeah.
I always want more of my wife. Like it
But
doesn't matter.
we have to give them their quality
Oh,
time too
oh,
as
absolutely.
men.
Oh,
Hey,
absolutely.
we don't. I was like that. I was young, like you were, and I wanted to be around her. Uh, excuse me. Believe it or not, I got tonsillitis at the age of 75. Uh,
Damn, and you still got that voice going, bro. You good?
well,
You good?
I'm not gonna have anything done with it. Like I said, things are catching up with me, so I just take it with a grain of salt. But with a woman, like I said, we have to realize that there are days when she wants to be beautiful. So why get mad when she goes to the hairdresser or get her nails done or get her
Yeah.
feet pedicured and all that? There are days when she doesn't want to look beautiful. I appreciate you walking around in a pair of overalls and
Well, I prefer,
then I
like I
would
would
a
prefer my wife just walking
bikini
around in her
underwear.
birthday suit.
Bird-
Like I'm
you,
not even joking.
you
I'm for
know,
real.
I could
you,
see P2K and his wife and the kids just
yeah,
just walking around letting us, like they said on Friday, just the balls swinging, Johnson going everywhere, just
yeah,
everybody
Fucking
yeah,
hanging
Malcolm
out.
X, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
for two people to be able to do that kind of stuff, they really have to love each other. They really have to be in love. You just don't say "I love," but you love the faults just as well as you love the good things about them.
Like
So
my
it's
wife.
it's hard. It's hard for a man, and I'm gonna say that because of myself. It's hard for a man to realize those things at times, but when we do, hey, we better hold on to that and remember, she might need a little help in the kitchen. Go in there and wash that dish for her. She might need some help with the laundry. Go do her laundry if you're able to do it. Just don't depend on her to do everything. As men, we have to learn to help each other in a
Like
relationship. We,
like
as men, we have to.
I tell you right now. I tell you right now that like my wife don't work because that's what works for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I bust my ass when I'm working, when I'm capable. I bust my ass. And I know, and it's not taking advantage of anything. I know that when I get home, I ain't gotta worry about what's for dinner. I ain't gotta
hmm
worry about whether my motherfucking clothes are clean or dirty. I I don't have to worry about that shit because my wife is taking care of it. My wife's taking care of me. Like I'm out there, I bust my ass, and when it comes to the bills and shit, like I come home when it's time for bills and shit. My wife pays that shit.
yeah, yeah.
I,
That's another thing, fellas.
you know
Don't
what
be
I mean?
afraid to give up that damn paycheck.
And when my wife and when my wife's in that kitchen and she's washing dishes, I get up. regardless of how bad of the day I've had at work, I get up, I go in there, I stand beside her, I fucking rinse them fucking dishes for her. Whatever, like, you know what I mean? And like,
let me ask you this. I'm gonna start some mess. When you go in there and help her with the dishes, do you pat her on the butt?
every time, every time. I'm a squisher, you know what I mean? Like I'm a tap and squish. I tapped that ass one time, and I gave me a good old handful because
Oh, Charlie,
Mr. Will,
you have some.
I am an
You
ASSMAN. I am an ass man, and I tell you what, I will follow my wife's ass any fucking where.
My favorite joke, Mr. Will, to sing to Mr. G2K and Miss G2K is "I found you, Miss Nobody."
Mhm.
Back to me.
Oh yeah, I tell you what. Like when we go into buildings that have elevators, we take the stairs for a reason. Because I like walking like 4 stairs behind my wife because it just
Oh
puts
yeah.
it just puts it right there. I ain't even got to strain my neck to see that glory, and I'm like, no, baby, I'm not gonna walk when we're on the stairs. I'm not walking beside you, baby. I'm walking behind you, baby. Like for real. And I'm loving it. Can we walk a little bit slower? Take some more time going up these stairs. Know what I mean? Tell you what.
If he's like that, if you're like that, man, then you
They're gonna
I
have
don't
20
know,
more years of happiness and
very
love because
very many
here's the
more.
thing, y'all don't just love each other in the sense that you know, because you can
Right.
love somebody and not be in love with them.
Yes.
That's true. That's true.
Stuff, you know what I mean? Uplift each other.
And y'all
You know,
have what I see as unconditional. When I say unconditional, that means you love each other good, bad, and indifferent. Because here's the thing,
Indifference, right?
if you can't be with somebody at their lowest, you don't deserve to be with them at their highest.
Right.
So sometimes you gotta
yes,
love them through
yes.
it all, and sometimes those bad spots will be bad for a minute, but then you get through them. And I know y'all been through it and go through it and get through it. That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Once you get through,
You know,
when
like
you get through that point to where it's always the devil between y'all, and you can tell that devil go to hell and mean it. Hey, you got it made. You got it made.
dude,
As long
like
as you give it everything, though, both of you in the relationship, then you're good, you know?
you know,
Yeah,
like one
good.
of the things I hate,
Good.
one of the things I hate hearing people say, and it's like it's so misconstrued and people don't understand it, is a relationship is 50-50. No, it ain't.
No, it's
No,
not.
it ain't. Some
No, it
days
ain't.
it's
Some days
80-20.
gonna be
Some days it's
yep.
80-20. Some days it's
Right.
30-70. Like,
Right.
and that's how it's got to be. And like my my method and my madness with my wife is I legitimately try to figure out a way to make her fall in love with me all over
All
again.
over again. There you go.
Every single day. Not just every fucking day.
Yeah.
I try to make my wife fall in love with me over again.
That's
Have I
why
always been successful? No, but I'm pretty damn good.
that's why I
19
don't
years.
really
19 years.
celebrate like Valentine's Day, because you should do that every day of the year, not just
Every
Yeah,
day. Right,
yes.
every day.
Yes.
Every day is Valentine's Day. When you got a woman or that woman's got a man, it should be Valentine's Day every day. Well,
Absolutely.
Charlie, I'm gonna get off of here. You know me, baby. I'm gonna run the streets and be nosy.
don't be nosy and don't be too messy.
I ain't
And
no, I'm not
don't
gonna
be a
be
stranger,
messy.
Mr. Will. Don't be a stranger,
Nice
Mr.
to
Will.
meet you. Nice
No,
to
I
meet
won't be a stranger. I definitely will get your link and I will subscribe to it. And I will be up there with you sometime, some morning to talk men talk.
Sounds good to me.
you.
Sounds good to me. And we do karaoke on Sunday nights and a
Okay.
total fun stream on Thursdays, and I do serious shit on Mondays and Fridays, and like I got some stuff going on, man.
All right. Great.
You'll fit
Great to
right
hear.
in
All right.
for sure.
Charlie, love you, baby, and keep up your good work, hon.
Huggies, Mr. William. You have a good day.
Huggies, baby. You too.
I'm gonna repost your link, Mr. G2K, because I know it's kind of
Mhm.
further up in chat right now. For those who want to subscribe and come on over there and say hey, you know, and good. Also, hey to Shaka, Miss High. I know you probably gone on to work already. I was gonna tell you to have a good day at work. And thank you again for those gifted memberships.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. But
So,
yeah, so
so
yeah,
before,
y'all had a good conversation. I was loving it.
hell yeah, like I like
That was
that's like You just know you just know good people when they walk in the room.
That man's got a
And
lot of wisdom
like
right now.
for real. And
Can you
like I look
believe
forward.
that JT attacked that man?
Well, whoever JT is, you're a dumbass. I'm just saying.
Jim,
Like,
you know Jim. You know Jim.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, I just say that because it pisses him off. Whoever that piece of shit is, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He tried to be untoward towards him, and that's one of the things that pissed me. I'm like, who the fuck is you attacking this good ass man? You don't know him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I know him. He
Right.
attacked him and Mr. Noble. You've seen Mr. So he's 3-1,
Yeah.
3-1-2. Those are two good gentlemen in our sector, and I was like, who the fuck is you attacking him?
But does it surprise you? Does it surprise you?
No,
There's
it really.
some ignorant people out there. There's some ignorant people.
And Mr. I got a voice that makes GTK want to go French kiss a semi doing 180 miles an hour head on.
Yeah.
Like every time I hear his voice, I literally want to go play in traffic on the freeway because
Oh,
his voice just makes me nauseous.
Just buy it.
yeah, I don't even
Like-
watch, so I'm good.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
either. I don't either. I really don't. But I don't.
JT? No, just-
Yeah, who's JT? Yeah,
who that again? Who we talking? I don't even know who that is. That ain't even
Johnny
worth
Taylor.
mine.
Yeah, I know Johnny Taylor. Johnny
Oh,
Taylor.
oh,
Yeah,
I
know
also
Johnny
love
Taylor.
JTT, which is Jonathan Taylor Thomas from when we was little kids. You know,
Oh
Home
damn,
Improvement.
little Simba, little Simba.
Little Simba, yeah.
James.
All
And then you
my,
got James Taylor. Then you got James Taylor. You know.
yeah. And the only Jim that's the best Jim is Mr. Jim Coddington, who was just in chat a while ago. He's the best Jim that ever was.
Well, I haven't experienced the best gym yet, so I'm just saying.
But
But I was going to ask you something. So, how much of the book have you read?
I have went into about 10 pages so far. It's one of those where I've been kind of busy, but
Yeah.
I love your poetry. I think your poetry is amazing in my book. Like it's not only in some of the poems are like in a dark manner, but there's some lightness.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Like so it can be a little heavy in some of them because obviously you know what the
It's
subject
a heavy.
matter.
It's a heavy subject.
But at the same time it's also like reading a like you go from a darkness to a lightness. You go from a like a bad story that turned good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like inspirational, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah. It does.
because
It
I
does.
think anybody who's been through that in their lifetime, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I y'all are heroes in my book because you not only are survivors, but a lot of times the people that I see that go through that, they end up trying to help others who have been through that. And so that's why when I champion you for what you do for children, you deserve it. And I know that you're a humble person and don't necessarily like be like, no, I just do it because it's the right thing to do. But you don't have to do that. You could be doing anything else, but you decide to do that. There's a difference.
Yeah. And here I go. But I do it because somebody needs to do it. Somebody needs to do it. Like
somebody needs to protect us.
somebody needs to be like there's nothing more powerful than words, and knowledge is power, and power is knowledge, and if you think that kids are safe in this world, you're mistaken. You're mistaken. And they're the most valuable asset in the world, and they're our future. And if we're just letting our children be damaged,
someone taking advantage.
what are we doing for ourselves for our future? You know what I mean? And
Our
there's not
children
enough, there's not enough people out there speaking about it, and like, hey,
bringing awareness. And here's the thing, I'm going to say this, like bringing into the like to show it to people, because some people live in that little rose glasses world, right? And they
Yeah.
don't see the danger that's right in front of them. That person that's trying to get close to you could be a pedo. That person trying to get close to you is trying to get close to your children, have bad actions or want to do bad things to your children, and then that's going to scar your children for life. You have to protect your kids at all costs, even if they think
Doctors,
you're being too
teachers,
strict.
Yes,
Doctors,
yes.
teachers, preachers. Don't let your. I'm gonna say this.
Policemen,
The
lawyers,
Hollywood
judges.
thing. My
Yeah.
kid ain't going in no room by theyself. He's old enough now to punch a mofo out. You know what I'm saying? He's almost 18.
Yep.
He's big enough. But when he was like little, my child didn't go nowhere in any room by himself with another adult. I'm gonna be there every step of the way.
Alone with your kid, there's something wrong. If they're trying
Yep.
to get your kid alone, there's something wrong.
Like, you know what? You should read the second poem in that book, Charlie, to the community real quick.
Okay, let me go ahead. I got you. Okay.
Because that's what it's about. Like,
The furniture in the room.
it's furniture in the room, baby.
Okay, furniture in the room. In the quiet corners where shadows loom, lies the furniture in the room. Silent witnesses to the unspeakable crime, their present constant through the passage of time. The walls have heard the cries and the pleas, echoes of innocence lost in the breeze. Yet, like the furniture, they stand still, bearing the weight of a predator's will. Eyes that should sparkle with childhood's light, now dimmed by horrors of night. The scars they carry, unseen yet deep, in the silence of their hearts, they weep. We walk past the furniture day by day, ignoring the stories they silently convey. But in their stillness, they scream out loud for safety from a protective shroud. It's the furnitures in the room, ever present, a reminder of the evil so omnipresent. We must not turn a blind eye nor a deaf ear to the cries of the children so full of fear of the furniture in the room.
Because it's always the person you least suspect that's doing
And
it.
that is was inspired by the words of Jaguar Wright.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know that I actually have spoken to Jaguar Wright, right?
You know, I've actually been up on I've been up on her panel, and oh yeah.
She's cool. My friend VS Icon actually did an interview with her. And has like that's how I got to meet her through VS Icon. She actually has her own YouTube channel here on YouTube. Now she did have Modgate. I don't know if y'all know about that. There's a little drama over there, but there's drama everywhere.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so, you know, I've been over there, you know, I've chilled with her when she because my favorite, like I love her singing voice. You know, and I've told her that, and she did do a new song recently, not too long ago, but I've told her she needs to get back to the music because she does have an amazing vocal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like she's supposed to do an interview with me on my book, but she's just been,
Busy. Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like it's like so yeah, so what's your opinion about Allie Carter?
Is she the one that was claiming she was Jay-Z's daughter, or am I mixing?
No. She said that she says that she's Tupac's daughter, but she's a victim of the trafficking, like single-handedly, like from Diddy and all those, that whole group.
Like she's trying to bring
Like
the trust
she's got a story. She's got a story. Her and her adopted mom. She's been trafficked since she was 3 years old, up until she was 16 when she finally got an escape, and like. Yeah, she's got some. It's interesting.
She's been trying to get the Epstein files.
It's very interesting.
I might have to look more into that, and I would love to hear more of her story. Do you think that she would ever do an interview with you?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, I would love to. I'd put a message out there to her. You know what I mean? But like. I would be surprised if she ever does an interview for anybody really besides with her adopted mom. Yeah, like there's legitimately people out who want to unalive her for what, and her mom and her adopted mom, for what she knows and what she's seen and who she's seen doing what she's seen doing.
Exposing MK Ultra and stuff like that.
I'm gonna say that entire, like, if you look more into what happened to those children. That were
oh my God.
It is so sick, and I'm gonna tell you something. The reason that some of those kids didn't go through that was because they had parents like me or like you, Mr. G2K and Miss G2K, who would
Mhm.
not let our kids be in those rooms alone. But they still have like if you listen to the story behind uh with Drew Barrymore and Keanu Reeves, how he took her out of that club. She was a kid, like 12 or 13 years
Mhm.
old, and he took her out of there. He was the only adult, she said, that had been in her life who actually gave a damn about her. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Well,
he
look,
took
well, look,
her home and
well,
made
look,
her go her little butt home.
look
Yeah,
at,
and she
look
grew
at,
up in like with the Black Panthers were like her parents, her biological parents. Like her mom was a Black Panther and stuff like that.
yeah, Allie Carter.
Yeah, Allie Carter.
But, like, look at what they did to Brooke Shields. Look what they did to Brooke Shields.
Little
They
Lolita.
put little Lolita. Like, look what they like. People don't realize. People don't realize that.
Britney Spears. All
You know what?
there's
Like,
a lot
you
of
know what I mean? Like, there's right there on film, underage and being abused, and people are just like, oh, you know what I mean?
there's all kinds of signs and people just don't
It's crazy.
they just don't.
It's crazy.
I guess if you don't know what signs to look for, then you're not
You know,
really
like my parents, they didn't let us go anywhere without, and with you know, with somebody they didn't know and shit, and like the person that did this, the person that essayed me, like legitimately was my dad's cousin and best friend, dude.
mine.
My wife was her stepdad. As soon like this is how sick he was. As soon as my wife started calling him dad, he started abusing her.
See,
You know what I
that's
mean?
so many of our children, and like, see, here's the thing: my mom was a survivor, and it was her own father. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She was a
Yeah.
survivor, and it's just there's so many sick people there. Everybody, when you go out in this world and you have children yourself, um, or grandchildren, don't let them just go off with anybody. My mom was super protective of me. I didn't get to go to sleepovers and do these things, but at the time as a kid, I thought, well, why? Like my mom don't trust me, blah blah blah. You go through these thought processes as a kid yourself. But then
Yeah.
when you get older, you understand. No, my mom was doing everything to protect me. She may have been more strict, but it was because she was keeping things from happening to me.
It's because children are not programmed to detect evil in this world. They're not. They're not. So when like my daughter, like my daughter didn't go stay the night at a friend's house for the first time until she was 15. My son has never went and spent the night anywhere else besides my mom and dad's house. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't. Like and
There's a reason.
there's a reason for that. And like the people that you send your kids off to go have a slumber party with, they're the ones that's going to get to your kids. Why? Because we don't let our children hang out with strangers.
Did
It's
you
the
hear that
furniture.
story
The furniture in the
about
room, dude. Yeah.
the guy who his daughter had a sleepover with her friends, and then he put
Yes.
medication in the
Oh, yeah.
drinks he gave them?
And she called or she texted something. She texted. Yeah. Oh yeah.
She pretended she was sleeping.
She
And
pretty.
then,
Yeah. And she was like text. Yeah. She texted her mom or her dad. I think I don't remember which one, but yeah. Yeah.
If she
Like
hadn't
people.
done that, he had planned on doing stuff to all those children.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
the hero.
Yeah. Like for
She was
real.
the hero that saved all them young kids from getting something done to them, and it's sad because the victim of the essay, if they're living with the person, it's their father or stuff like that. They don't tell their friends, obviously out of certain reasons, and then that their friends get victimized, right? And they have to carry some kind of guilt about that when it's not even their fault. They're just trying to have friends and be normal with what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 Like
You never
like.
know. Like your child's best friend's father could be a person that does that to them. And if you don't notice the signs or know what to look for yourself, see, that's a good thing. Even though it's a bad thing you went through that, it's a good thing because you can notice the signs that others may miss.
Yes. Yes. Like I don't try to I try not to sound egotistical or any of that shit. I really do, but sometimes I have a hard time with it. But like I can tell when somebody's been a victim of whether they're young or old. Like I can tell, like just by seeing, just by spending 20 seconds with them, I can tell you if they're a victim of being sexually abused. I can tell you right now, I can feel the energy of a pedophile. I I can feel it.
I get a
I
sick
know.
feeling, like a
Yes,
icky feeling when
yes,
I,
yes.
yeah.
I can smell them. I can smell them.
And by their eye movements and
Just
their behavior, too, you can tell.
just that feeling, because I know what it's like when that evil walks through that fucking door. I know what it's like when the evil walks through the door, and it's a feeling you don't forget. And like people don't get it, and I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I will call it out every single time. I don't give no f's. I don't give no shits. I don't care. Like
You're not gonna stop doing
I'm not gonna stop doing this shit. I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm 100% firm believer in the fact that pedophilia is a learned behavior. It is something that is learned and carried on. And
And another
like,
thing, by dumbing down words, I don't.
yeah, yep,
I mean, well, look at the Naziah Harris case, right, with Jarvis Butts. They knew this man had the charges he had. They let these kids go with this man alone, but it had happened in that family
yep,
previously to the point that it was like the parents said, "Well, it happened to me. It don't matter if it happens to you. It all happens to all of us. I mean, it's just normal. It's
no,
not
yeah,
normal, and
it's
it's
not,
not okay."
and it's not ever going to be. As long as I live, I will make sure that it never becomes normalized, because that is what they are trying to do. They are trying to normalize this behavior.
In some
And
countries, it is normal.
And I was just gonna say, and in some countries it has been normalized. And when you see an arranged marriage of a 9-year-old of a 10-year-old girl that's been sold to a handler or a man that they're now going to call their husband, and he's 60 years old, and like
And that's what they look for, is
Oh,
vulnerable.
look at the
what?
map situation. Have you seen the minor attracted persons bullshit? And
Oh,
they trying to
come on,
make themselves a flag and trying to make themselves a part of the
come on,
LGBTQ community.
yeah, come up to me and tell me that you're sexually attracted to my minor child, and watch what the fuck happens to you.
Right. And they should be shamed, because here's the thing. You know, it is a shame when you have that attraction, and you should feel shamed because that's a negative, bad thing. You shouldn't be uplifted because you didn't do it. The fuck
Yeah,
you mean?
like like
They
like
rely on silence, you know what I mean?
like the one that'll always stick out to me. I don't remember the piece of shit name, the piece of shit's name, but he's like, "Who are you to tell me who I can and can't love?" It's a special kind of love. Well, motherfucker, you better fucking love from very far away, because if I find out that you're like you're having fantasies about my children, you're gonna see why you shouldn't.
Or any
Let me know.
child, for that matter. Any
Like
child,
you,
for that matter.
you're gonna learn why you shouldn't have let me know that you're attracted to my minor child. You might not like. Oh, I don't ever intend to plan. I don't ever intend to act upon these actions. I'm just attracted to your. I'm still breaking your fucking face.
And guaranteed, and there's
Here's
at least
have y'all
more than
seen the
one
Jeffrey
person.
Marsh dude who was having kids in Patreon by himself with them and getting them to tell him things and not their parents, or telling them not to tell their parents about them being in like if they are LGBTQ or something like that. And I'm like, this is a sick mofo. Sick,
Yeah.
just sick.
Yep.
And that person should be publicly shamed. That person should be done. And I'm gonna say this: the only thing good about the map situation is go ahead and wear that flag. Let me know who you are.
Exactly.
Don't hide in the
That like
shadows.
that's why I've never protested. I say give them a flag.
That's why every pedophile that's on the street should have some kind of sign or something to show people.
Tattoo right across
they
their
done.
forehead, right across their forehead.
Exactly.
I don't give no shit. I don't care. Like
A sign in their front yard saying, "I'm a pedophile."
for real. Like people
Also,
don't.
there are not harsh enough penalties because
Not at all.
that's why they do
That's
it
it.
over and over again. And how many, like this dude Jarvis Butts, right? He had
Mhm.
offended, and then he reoffended quite a few times with kids in the family, and nobody took him on charges. This young lady would not be unalive today if he was still in prison for what he had
Yeah.
did. He gave I think it was a 2-year-old child or a 4-year-old child an STD.
Yeah. And
This
that's
man
not, and
deserved to
that's
be
like,
under the prison.
yeah, and I don't mean to sound cold or callous, but that's not that bad. Only an STD at 2 years old. I just covered a case like 6 months ago about a parasite that literally was on trial for murdering his 6-week-old daughter from an orally fixated position.
Well,
6 weeks old.
the young lady that the young lady Naziah Harris, he got her prego and was, I guess, trying to do an at-home abortion, and that's they've still not found her body to this day. He went from being an offender, the Naziah Harris case, and then seeing that the auntie, the grandmother, all of them, they have a weird uncle. It's like the whole story just makes me so angry because the aunt knew before she had kids with this dude. She was so desperate for a man's attention that she didn't care that he had this record. They sent the kids with this man. Multiple girls in the family have been done stuff by this man because they just let the kids go with him knowing he had the charges. They didn't care. They didn't care about these kids. And I think both of the grandmother, the auntie, and every adult that allowed their children to go with him deserve to be in jail too. Every single one of them. Just like R. Kelly's victims, right? The 13-year-old he had and all them. Why aren't those parents in jail?
Good question. I questioned it myself. Like sometimes I can't come up with the right word for some reason, but it's the ones that know things are going on and don't do shit about it that makes them just as bad, if not as worse, as the perpetrator of the crime
Madeline
themselves.
Soto's case, her mother sent her 13-year-old daughter
100%.
to bed with that man. Why didn't the daughter? Okay, here, if you watched the videos and saw the videos of Madeline's bedroom versus they had a room up there that could have been her bedroom, but she had Madeline for some reason as a 13-year-old child in the living room with just a divider. Why didn't that kid have that guest room with the lock on it so that she could lock her door to be able to be able to change and do different things as a young lady? And what is her boyfriend putting her to bed for? A 13-year-old?
Yeah.
I put myself to bed at 13.
Well, right. Like, and I don't care what anybody says. Like, her mother was 100% okay with what was going on because
he wasn't putting the attention on her.
Because he wasn't giving her the attention, that kind of attention, and like for real, it was just a sick, twisted fucking relationship. And
I think she
like,
was selling her also to him for drugs.
I think I don't think so. I just think that it's something that like, because he'd been well on his phone. They found pictures of Madeline when she was 8 years old on his phone. So
Did you hear about where the mother basically, when they brought that up, was more worried about him getting a lawyer than finding that stuff about her daughter?
Yeah.
Even the cops had to call her and said, "You still worry more about this man than you do your child."
He didn't live with them. He would live with his parents, and he would come over and stay the night with your daughter.
I think he was doing stuff around the house or whatever, and giving her money and stuff, and making her turn the cheek. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I think she wanted to be with that man so bad that she was willing to, and she told him, "This is some sick shit I've ever seen a mother say out of her mouth. Don't leave me for my daughter."
Yeah. I about fucking died when I heard her say that. I was like, are you what the like?
And when they asked her about that marking in that that one of them videos, remember she asked him about
a special marking on his penis.
Birth markers.
Yeah.
And she had no idea. She's like,
Yeah, she's like,
I've never seen it.
yeah, like, what are you talking
So
about?
what does that say?
Yeah,
You know what
I mean, what, you've never seen your man's penis?
That is true, Miss Beth. There are just some dumbass women out there who would do anything for just to have the attention of a man, are willing to sell off their kids because they're so desperate. And here's the thing, there are many men out there that are good men that would be willing to be good to these women, but they don't care. They have their eyes set on it no matter what. And it just, I'm gonna say this. I would be in prison smiling in my mugshot with the peace signs going. So I would rock the shit out of that orange jumpsuit. And when I say orange, you know what orange stands for, or red, depending on what your county does, because I'm going to hell or jail, and you ain't gonna be here no more if you touch mine.
Like for real, like I would feed somebody piece by piece to their dog
Mm.
while they're
Oh,
alive.
I've said
Like
I
for
wish
real.
they would let me open my own jail, and I would love to
No.
bring back like the gladiator fights, and basically, you know, the lifers who they're like murderers and stuff, murderers. I would like to have them come in there and they do things to the, you know, the pedos, right? And they get time off for every pedo that they unalive, right? In the fights, like the, you know, the old school
Yeah,
gladiator fights, and
yeah.
everyone that they unalive, they get like 10 years off their sentence or something, or 5 years off their sentence. Like they actually get parole. If they're in there without the possibility, they're gonna get the possibility. And I want a bullwhip saw, you know, like I'm gonna make sure that you suffer and stay alive. Like I'm gonna keep you alive while like waterboarding, pushing pins under the fingernails. I'm talking about some evil, awful shit, because what you've done to those kids, you deserve worse than that. You took something from that kid that the kid can never get back and hurt them in ways you will never understand. So I want to hurt you in ways that you will understand physically, and I want to make sure it continues for a long time. I don't want you to pass away right away. I want you to feel it for a long. I want it to be worse than hell. Like
I get
I,
you. I
my
get it. Like
personal feeling.
I get it. Like I'm like I'm 100% down with public stonings, bringing them back for pedophiles. Like, why not? Once a month, round all the pedophiles up that's around. Put them on a post in Times Square, in the middle of town square, and have a public stoning. What? What?
I
Like
agree.
that's one thing that's one thing that these parasites they don't understand is like I have to live my entire existence on this life not knowing what innocence is. What's innocence? I have no clue. That was taken from me before I knew.
And you got to think about that. When someone does that and takes a child's innocence, right? They also take away their rose-colored glasses they're supposed to be able to keep for as long as they possibly can. They
Yeah,
don't trust anybody anymore. In their future relationships with
yeah.
people, like friendships, relationships, whatever it might be, they always have an untrust factor. You know, because that person hurt you, now you think every person in the world, you know, and it warps your thought processes and so many things that it does to the survivor, right? Because I'm not gonna call you a victim, I'm gonna call you a survivor, right? Because you survived that shit. But everything that they've done, right, it leads to more um, PTSD, depression, mental anguish. You know, like it leaves you with scars.
DID, like
Yeah.
DID, like for it's a real thing. Like I have have a major case of dissociative identity disorder. Like it's that's what people don't get. Like just because they're okay, so I was a victim of his. I'm a survivor now, but I was a victim of his. But everybody that I've came in contact to with my entire life was also a victim of what he did to me.
Yep. And they've
100.
also, like, I'm pretty sure, because my dad said this. He's been the rock for my mom, like your wife has been for you, right? And you've been for your
Absolutely.
wife.
Yeah.
Um, my dad has many times held my mom when she woke up screaming. You know what I'm saying? And he,
Yeah.
you know, having to go to work the next morning and, you know, having to see her hurt and there's nothing he can do about it. He can't fix it. This is something he can't fix. You know what I'm saying? And that
Yep.
hurts people who actually love you because they want to be able to fix those things for you. They want to be able to make you whole and they know they can't. Your first experience as being a virgin, and you know I'm doing that, was taken from you. Your first experience of having that and being that innocent, you two kids playing around, it's taken. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of the things of your choices in
Yeah.
life and your
Like
innocence is taken from you.
you decided to put me on a path that was never meant to be created.
Mm-hmm.
And then you let me go down that alone. I wonder why. You know what I mean? And that path, it's horrible, dude. Like I don't care who you are. If you've been in that position where you are a survivor now, like you know what I'm talking about. It's a path that they created for you to take alone and not give a shit about.
Well,
And
here's the thing:
it's a dark one, man.
how many have turned to drugs? How many people
Me?
has it ruined their lives?
Mhm.
That their trajectory, they could have went to college, did all these things, and that one moment in time when it began, right, changed the whole trajectory of where their life was headed.
Yeah, changed not just my trajectory, but everybody's trajectory that I was going to meet in my lifetime before I even met them. Like my children, like this is the one that I found that really gets to people. Okay, my children were victims of my abuse before I even thought I would ever have children. That's how this works. Every person you come in contact to in your entire existence after it happens is a victim of what this person has done to you. Because you never let people get close to you. You know, you got that wall. Like there's one person that I've let down every wall to, and that's my wife.
But it took
You
her a
know,
long time to get there too.
oh yeah, oh yeah. It's not something that just it's not something that I just handed over. You know, and
You know,
like shit makes
it's
me mad, Charlie. This shit makes me mad as hell, Charlie. I'm telling you right now, girl. Tell you what, girl.
I tell you what, it does. I'm gonna say this, and it should make people angry,
Yeah,
because this is like this situation or having to deal with and having to go through it, and then you also have everybody else that does, right? It should make you angry because if you don't feel anger for a piece of shit doing that kind of stuff, then something's wrong with you. You know what I mean? You need to go get
yeah,
your head checked. Uh,
yeah,
because even as a parent, or even if I, let's say I didn't have my son, I would even before I had him, this kind of stuff made me angry, right?
yeah.
But now as a parent, like I'm gonna tell you something, I'm going to hell or jail, baby. I'm gonna be smiling in my mugshot.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like for real. Like I'll be smiling in my mugshot, and we be having a block party. You know what I mean?
hmm I'm gonna tell you, I do champion the lifers that are in prison right now who give those people hell. Thank you to y'all, even though y'all probably never see this live stream. I doubt it, but if you ever hear about it in any way, shape, or form for a cousin of a cousin of a cousin, we thank y'all for giving the pedophiles hell in prison when y'all can, reach out and touch them.
Hell yeah. Reach out and touch someone today on Cell Block D. You know what I mean? Hell
Like
yeah.
that's I think that they actually face more repercussions from the when they're in general pop because a lot of times they do protect them, which I think is bullshit. Don't protect them. Let whatever happens happen. But I think they do face more consequences from that than they do from the legal system.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And well, that's something that I'm gonna change. I'm working on anyway. Like like I'm 100% back. I 100% back the whole death penalty for sex crimes. I think it needs to be way more extensive. I don't think there needs to be 3 previous strikes before that even comes into play. But it's a step in the right direction. The first time you get caught and get sent into jail, it should be the last time because you're never getting out of that motherfucker. And you should be lucky that we're even going to let you live in a jail because I don't care what kind of struggles you have in your life. I don't care how hard it is for you to find a job, where to live. People know. I don't care. Once you do that to a child, you lose every right that you were given. Period. I don't care if you ever work again. I don't care. Like, how dare you even breathe the same fucking air I breathe?
I agree 1000%. I cannot stand pedophiles. It is like mm-mm.
Like
And I will
pedophiles.
say this: as when I was a single mom and dating, I think that was one of the most scariest thought processes, and that's why I vetted who I was with so hard because there are men that specifically seek out single mothers for that purpose because they think
Yes.
we're desperate. And I was not desperate. I didn't need a man if I wanted one. Um, and so I'm glad I have the husband I have now, and he's an amazing man. But that was like I vetted the shit out of people, and I got female friends who didn't. And let's just say their children. One of my friends really pissed me off because she seems like she can't live without a man, and you
Right.
know the type I'm talking about. They're willing
My
to
sister's
accept
one of them.
anything, and her children, one of them has been in a mental institution. One of her kids looked at her and told her, said, "Mom, you love men more than you love me." And her daughter and children have been touched, done things to, guns held to their head, all kind of crazy mess that should not have ever happened to children. I gave up my entire life and for to make sure my son was straight. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
absolutely.
more women need to think about their children than their cootie cat.
For real. Like, like I gotta get ready to get going. I got a long drive
Okay.
ahead of me, but you know
Huggies.
me, you know me. I love statistics. Statistics rule. So let me leave. Since we're on this subject, let me leave you guys with this statistic. When you bring a child into a new relationship, a stepmom, a stepdad, a stepbrother, a stepsister, when you become somebody who takes a child and brings them into a step relationship with you, you raise your child's chance of becoming a victim by 99%. Okay. Now, before everybody freaks out, it's not saying that everybody who is a step parent or child is a predator. It's saying that you open the door by 99% to have your child be victimized. Period. Let
Thank you, Mr.
think
G2K.
about it.
And
You're
that's a
welcome.
food for thought for everyone.
Oh yeah. And with that being said, I'm on my way to see Post Malone and Jelly Roll.
Y'all go have fun. I can't wait to see what you post and what videos that you do. I'm going to be looking out for them. I'll be like, ah!
I'm gonna be live stream. I'm gonna live stream as much of it as I can. But like over on my channel, like I told you, you really need to listen to the song. It's called "Losers." Post Malone and Jelly Roll. It's like the theme song for my channel, and I will definitely be live streaming when Jelly Roll and Post Malone sing that song because that's like our anthem over on my channel. Because we ain't never been no winners. Let's hear it for the losers, baby, because you know what? It's the losers that make this world go round. Think about it.
Hell yeah. Sending you much love. Y'all go have fun.
Don't you? Charlie, stay beautiful. Stay you. Everybody in the community, be good. Remember, just be nice. Just be nice.
Bye. Also, thank you for coming up. And you have a good day, Miss Beth. And y'all know that I'm not too far from getting off here myself. I had an amazing time with all of you this morning. I want to thank you all for being here and chilling with me because you could have been anywhere else in the world. You decided to be here with me. I want to thank you to everybody, Miss High, for the gift of membership, get to know everybody who supported the channel in any way, shape, or form. Y'all know I like to thank you. And let's see. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. But I want to thank you to everybody who hit the like button, hit the share, gave huggies. If you hit the Cash App, thank you. If you don't, if you can't, thank you also just for being here. Like I said, I appreciate every single bit of your support. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. So I want you to know you're appreciated and you're loved over here. Okay. And I know that was a tougher topic or subject matter. For some people, it may have been triggering, and I apologize. But we do need to speak on it because bringing awareness also brings the thought process for people to think about, like those statistics say, taking care of yourself, taking care of family, and taking care of your children, because they are our most precious commodity. And I want to thank you all, and I want you all to have the best day ever you could possibly have. I'm going to go see what drama's happening on these streets, child. I'm going to go be a messy little ass. But I want to thank you all for being here, and I love you all very, very, very much. Huggies, and I'll see y'all later. Okay. Bye. Also, thank you, Replay Gang.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm breaking my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm breaking my hood to the day that I go from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Adder Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, checking seat banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be staying round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about around 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue were promising OG standing back there by 60 deep. Boom Walker, Charles Blue, a big Anthony using P.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm breaking my